Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us and happy Thursday. So glad you're with us as we continue our Mother's Day weekend event. It is around the corner. So if you were with me last night, you know exactly what we did. We started a major sale event only going on for the next 4 shows only. That gives you 12 hours cumulatively over the next 4 days through Sunday at 1 o'clock to shop 10% off. This is as good as it gets. It is a big sales event that is really intended for all the moms out there. Listen, there's always something to celebrate. So even if you're not a mom, okay, we've got celebrations in jewelry, great ways to commemorate milestones, events. We know this is the busy time of year with springtime here and graduations and everything else that's going on. It's a great time to treat yourself to some beautiful jewelry that is, of course, heirloom quality and will be a really beautiful addition to your collection. So here's what we have tonight. I'm hoping we'll get a lot of requests. That's always it's always the hope when you've got a big sale event. Maybe there's been something you've been thinking about, and now is the perfect time to treat yourself to those items because of course, the deep discounts we're doing. But also, I've got plenty of jewelry to show you, including some markdowns on brand new items, which I think is a lot of fun because why not? Why wait for it to be here months and months and months and think about it and put it on the wish list? Let's just mark it down right off the bat. So we have a lot of that tonight. We've got a beautiful turquoise. It was just last night I had the turquoise ring, 3-stone style, big round turquoise. I've got the exact match in a turquoise in a pendant tonight. So we're going to see that on the way, plus a tanzanite that is really, it's epic in every way. It's a huge size. It's an emerald cut, which of course are really normally very pricey, upgraded cuts to get, but we're actually going to bring you one of our better values because with this discount, it's going to be one of the best per carat values we have ever seen in tanzanite on this show. So if you don't have a blue wing yet or you're looking to add to the collection, perfect time to do that. I've got some incredible opals. It is really, springtime is here. So it's all about colors and full bloom on the florals outside. So we're gonna bring you what does that best in gemstones, which are opals. And we've even got some gorgeous diamond drop earrings that are gonna be classics and giftable and all of those things. I do have a markdown on a trio of Brazilian Paraíba in quartz. So we've got our final 3 here. They're going to be marked down for you, as well as there's also some very special high-end that has been discounted from bigger mehenges to sapphires to emeralds. So really some bigger classics that are going to be brought down to their lowest price. Listen, it doesn't get any better. We've got a full money back return policy despite these discounts coming in most cases below our own cost. And you know we're the manufacturer here, so if it comes below cost, that's about as good as it gets. But we also have really beautiful news. So I hope you can stay with me for the next 3 short hours. We've got a lot to shop for, and if you are a fan of Paraíba, yes, I have a Paraíba, but there's a 57 pointer that is really beautiful and it's marked down, but then there's a stone that happens to be brand new and it happens to be close to 4 carats, and it does not have a $50,000 price tag. It is gorgeous blue-green round. The cutting, the clarity, the color blending is beyond. We've seen a few of these stones. They are always quick to go. So I'm going to give you a heads up now. If you want a blue-green tourmaline that is not a Paraíba, meaning doesn't have the copper necessarily, we don't know because it hasn't been tested, but it gives you all the beauty and brilliance, let me know and we can show that to you to give you a heads up right away. So we're going to start with some earrings tonight. We've got some beautiful black and white diamond earrings here that are actually modeled after a ring that was very popular here. And it started as a ring in white diamonds, and then we brought the black and white diamond version, and then we brought the earrings. You know it's good if we're going to bring you a matching earring. Go that extra mile to bring you the set you've always wanted. Well, 112-9568 is the item number here, and there are going to be 25 points in your white diamonds and 25 points in your black diamonds. A total of a ½ carat in a left and right design hoop, but it does this subtle curve. This is the same thing the ring did, as a matter of fact, where it's got that little subtle curve, so you can see you're going to choose, do you want your white diamonds closer to the face or outside? And then of course the same goes for the black diamonds. It looks like a double row, but it's all one hoop, so very easy. It kind of gives you that, yes, wider hoop. It almost looks as if maybe you have 2 hoops where there is only one, which is a very cool aesthetic to see. So here we are with our 25 and 25 and ½ inch. I'm going to show you how they look from a distance, but they do have that click enclosure, so it's really simple and easy. And of course, get requests in at any time. I know it's tempting to always wait for whatever reason. It's human nature to wait till the last couple of minutes of the show to get requests in. I know that was the case last night, but we will take those requests all night long. So please get those in at your leisure whenever you feel so inclined, because listen, it's always going to be a great time to save when you've got this big special and savings. And I think all the moms out there deserve to treat themselves. So here it is. This is our first item of the show. And yet you can see that's got a lot of presents. And I always find that when we go wider, it's still going to give that half-inch style so easy to wear. But I think they have a lot more presents than a typical half-inch if it were, let's just say, one little row of gold or one little row of diamonds. So there you can see half-inch, all rounded. There's going to be that straight post click enclosure. I'm going to show you. I don't know what it is about it. I do like, of course, the two-tone gold is one thing because that's going to go with everything. So if you like to mix and match, but you want to have something to tie it all together, I think that's a great earring to do it. But also, I'm just choosing, I chose to put the white diamonds here as you're about to see. And actually, you know what? It's going to be one you'll play with a little bit when you get them at home because I have the white diamonds further away and you can see how they're flaring out. Obviously, this would be where, again, the left and right design allows you to, if I chose the other one, it would be all flaring in. So you see how it's kind of subtly curving out? If it was the other one, it would curve in towards the face. So you decide how you like to wear them, but obviously totally easy to do. And I'm going to show you one other trick to these. Even though you're getting already two-tone gold and two-tone diamonds, what you can also do is reverse them, put them in backwards essentially, and you will have a different look with all mirror finish gold. So they're actually a reversible design and more than one look in one earring. So we'll take another look at them close up. They're only going to be, well, we got two pairs actually. It's pretty exciting stuff. So even if you wanted, let's say you wanted to get one for yourself and maybe have that special person that you like to, treat to them, maybe like a daughter or sister or best friend, this would be a great way to go because you can see there, it would narrow a little bit, but that's the back. So you can easily wear these for a different look if you want to in reverse. So no problem there, but let's go ahead and take them on down for you. A really major value. Everything is, it just doesn't get any better than this kind of sale event. And so it's really thrilling to be able to bring all these great opportunities to you. And yes, they are earrings with the double. It really is like having 4 earrings in one, but we're going to make sure we get them out the door for less than $1,000 starting our show off right. Of course, everything's 10% off. Whatever price you end up seeing on the TV screen is actually coming down by 10%, which is a big difference. And of course, something we love. And of course, you still have your money back guarantee. That's a big deal. And we're going to take it down below even $9.99. I think that's fair as it is, but we're keeping the party going. And again, a little early Mother's Day celebration. We know it's a busy weekend ahead. We know that not all of our moms may be able to be with us here live on the show on Sunday because celebrations will be going on. So again, giving you a few days here prior to shop and be ready to go and get all your favorites. But it's not going to be $9.99 for the pair. We'll take them even lower than that and send them on out. How about this? $888 comes down to $799. And by the way, we have a lot of diamond specials throughout the weekend. It's really tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday and Sunday because we love our classic diamond pieces. So I made sure that we're going to be highlighting a lot of those classic diamond pieces, everything from pendants to stud earrings to band rings, all throughout the weekend as we approach Mother's Day. So it's going to be a big weekend to celebrate and, of course, get you whatever you need in jewelry. It's what we do. It's fine jewelry at its best, but these incredible values. So $799 at checkout for you there, and we'll make sure those are gone. Now, of course, it's going to be all as is, two-tone gold, two-tone diamonds as well. Welcome, everybody online, hanging out, checking in with us. Thank you guys so much. We're so excited to have y'all with us, whether you're just window shopping or maybe you're here to do a little serious shopping. We are here to help you out. And oh, one more thing. Last night was our debut of our cashmere unheated sapphires. I decided, because we only had 2 left, so what I decided to do, and they happen to be the larger stones, I have the largest of them all, 2 carats 35, GIA certified. I'm actually going to give that another look tonight. Because what I'm thinking is, given that it's so rare, and of course not everyone can be with us on Wednesday night, but of course we encourage you to be, because obviously on Wednesday night, every single Wednesday, we're doing a very special debut, but it's Thursday. So if you don't mind, I will bring out the 2 carat 35, which is that largest of the entire cashmere collection with the GIA cert that you're getting with it, also for free. I'm going to bring that back out and I'm going to reduce the price so somebody can have the largest stone we have in the cashmeres at an incredible price tag, and yes, with the still 10% extra off happening. So that's going to be also, I think, something to look forward to, okay? So if you already know, if you've been considering it or thinking about it, total museum piece, but we can bring that one out to you as well at a better price. So again, excited about that one too, and it's our 235. So I thought, let's just give it a one last chance here. And then we've got, okay, ruby on the way. So if you'd like those hoops, $888, really $799. And then take a look at this ruby pendant. We're going to show you something that looks a lot like that North Star Star design I had last weekend where it was so popular. Well, here it is. This is the North Star design up top, but still with some color. Of course, the diamonds are where your bail is, and then you're going to have that gorgeous ruby. It's 1130-463, and look at how stunning that is. So this is really a good look, isn't it? The blue reds of the ruby. It's also in platinum, so it's 463, and again, 2 pairs of those earrings. We're moving on before things sell. That's what we did all night last night, and guess what? Pretty much the entire show sold out. It was every last item, including all the way, like, again, 5 minutes after the show ended. So I don't have a lot left from yesterday, but certainly if there are any inquiries whatsoever, we want to hear from you. It's always best to ask and find out if your favorite piece is here, even if it was from months ago or weeks ago or days ago, or even in the case of later on today, it'll be, is it still available from hours ago? So here we go, 105 in the ruby, 32 points in those Marquise cut diamonds that are all together. Those are, again, very special diamond cuts that are put together to create this almost floral or star-like look. So it's got that 105 ruby. It's pretty rare to see a 105 ruby in anything, let alone a pendant. So that is really stunning, and yet here it is, our big value, okay? So we're gonna show it to you on the hand. I like to give you all the perspectives here. It's got a good size bail. So if you are somebody who likes to put a little bit heavier chain or maybe a DBTY, get that question with just about every pendant we have is, will it work with my DBTY? Because I love wearing it solo, but I love even more when we add pendants to it. So you've got that opportunity here. As far as the length goes, we've got a length here of about 3/4 of an inch, top to bottom, and then we'll show it to you on the neckline as well. So you can get another perspective on it as well as you see that gorgeous blue-red color that we love to see. Really indicative of the best ruby in the world from Burma is that fine blue red. And of course, putting it a little bit lower, you can see how it's going to look with just pick your favorite white metal chain, whether it's going to be, you know, that sterling silver, that platinum, or that gold, and it's going to work beautifully with it. So here's what we'll do on the pendant that is just such a great value already at that $19.99. Taking a lot lower for you right now is going to be $9.99 instead, with an extra $100 off. It's pretty much like $100 minimum savings on just about everything you shop for, but we can save you up to $1,000 or more on individual pieces, just depending on what you love. There is a heart-shaped moonstone today. I know we had a big one the other day. It was about 5 carats, and it was with it about $7,000. We'll bring a really affordable heart shape. It's actually one of our most affordable moonstones we've had in the heart. It's a 1 carat, so a little smaller than what we've seen. So if you are into a more wearable style moonstone, we've got it. We've got some big kunzites. I'm so excited to show you that tourmaline, the blue-green best. Looks like a $100,000 Paraíba. And I say $100,000 per carat Paraíba. We're going to bring it to you at a great price on around. So we'll look forward to that as well. And anything else you'd like to see, please call us and let us know. Here's what we've got. Big mandarin, also blue zircon, kunzite, opals. My biggest and best that's only here because, well, it's a little larger than what most people like to wear just because it is a monstrous stone. We've got one of the largest rings we've ever had historically in about a decade of bringing you jewelry. And what we have here is our $11.97. I'm just going to show it on the hand here because this was astounding to me, what we're able to do on the pricing. It is large. Yes, it is large. It is going knuckle to knuckle on me, but it's still going to be wearable. Now, it's not my size, it's a size 7, but it actually has to stay in a size 7. This is a very complex mounting, but usually we have a finger somewhere on the hand. Mine would be here where I like to wear a 6.5 or 7, right there. So again, just to show, yes, do you have the ruby? All right, congratulations, our ruby's gone. But I want to show you, this is a really, really important platinum piece. It's $112.74.91. It's got a new discount today, and I think maybe the best place to wear it would be right here. And let me see, boy, it is really, it's a stunning look. And yes, that's solid platinum. To say it's heavy would be an understatement. It is really stunning. It's got $339 in diamonds that are all these tapered baguettes going around and around and around, but that is the most important crystal opal or rather black opal we have. It's Australian, stunning, almost 12 carats, looking more like 25 carats if it were any other gem, and every color is there within that pattern. So just want to let you know, if you've wanted this ring, if you've seen it before, maybe you're seeing it for the first time and you're thinking, okay, that's an opal. That looks like something that belongs in a museum. You're absolutely correct, but we can also wear jewelry that belongs in museums. Isn't that the fun of it? But this one will be better than that $30,000 price tag it's been in the past. Get to bring it down to a brand new low and really send it out of here. So just to be aware, it's got every color of the rainbow. We'll see it up close as well. I just needed you to get a little size perspective on it first. And boy, that does not feel like a 7. It just might be a matter of how heavy it is through the back. So it really fits more like a 6.5. Usually a 7 is swimming on me on my index finger. That one is not. So I would say it fits. It is a size 7. I'm going to check that, but it feels more like a 6.5, and you're about to see why. Because actually, boy, that was really helpful when I blocked the light there, because even though we're without a light, it's, yeah, this is really wide. You can see how wide that band is. There's got to be an ounce and a half at least in the weight here, and I can't break it down because obviously the stone accounts for some of that weight. The platinum metal accounts for a lot of that weight, but just to see that up close and look at all those colors, it really is the perfect exemplary opal. I mean, if you were to photograph one for, let's say, the cover of a coffee table book that's centered not just on gems but on opals, I think that's one that could definitely make the cut as far as how do you get much better than that in an opal. So just FYI, it's under 10 grand tonight, and I'm not talking about $99.99. And these are what, again, I think this is where we prioritize really important pieces at this juncture of 10% off, really are the ones that are the most sought after and desired. And this is a perfect example. I get to discount it first, you discount it as well. So everybody gets the greatest price on anything and everything. And a lot of these are pieces that otherwise would be in a vault for a while. And let me do this. Let me actually show you. I'm going to hold it with my left hand and walk around here and try to be very, very kind of like, I'll play Gumby up here, just to hold my hand against one of the lights here, because this is more traditional for more normal lighting. And do you see what's happening? There it is with full light, and we talk about this all the time about how opals, and sorry, I'm contorting all kinds of ways. It's a good thing you can't see me right now because I would probably qualify for Cirque du Soleil at this point, but look at that without all the light of the studio, and look at how rich and intense those colors become. So that's more of what you can expect to see in real life, in person, at home. So just keep that in mind. It's a little bit bright, and then you see that's the true nature of the colors of that stone, and every color you can just list them off. They're all there. So just a little FYI, it's even better than what you can imagine, because seeing it on camera is still not its best light. So I'll take it even lower than $99.99. I just want to give you a little chance to think about it if it requires some thought. But honestly, 12 karat stone, lightning ridge material like that with 3 carats and a half almost in diamonds. Pretty extraordinary. We're going to blow it out right now for $8,888, which actually brings it down to $79.99 after your 10% off. And for a 12 karat stone, that is, even if it were just an ordinary, let's say a crystal opal or something out of Ethiopia, that's pretty impressive. And when you consider there's 3.5 carats in diamonds and platinum, I realize because of the sheer size and magnitude of the ring, it may not work for everybody. But a lot of us like bigger jewelry, knowing that that's more rare, that's more of the cocktail ring element, that's what stands out. And this ring, look at all the details of the inside finishing, the scroll work that is so lace-like throughout, that's still all in platinum, and then it leads into this incredible halo of all of those tapered baguettes. So that'll be $79.99. I just think that's a highlight of the show. And do not give me, if you just change the channel because you're going, oh my gosh, I'm tempted, that's if it's all going to be 9,000. Nope, it's not all 9,000. This is just the most extraordinary opal we have. When it's discounted this way, I feel like you need a real upfront look at it to know what's happening in this show today. Okay, so let's move on. We've also got that big discount we're going to show you on an important cashmere. It's the largest of them all, but I really think this doesn't need much of an introduction, because there are some cases where jewelry really does just sell itself, where it doesn't matter what the price tag is. It's just so beautiful and so special and so rare that you could technically put any price tag on it and it's going to go, because it's lovely and it's rare. But you know, the beauty of this is that my whole philosophy in this business has always been, give it the best price possible. Give it a price even better. This is not about market value or what market value dictates. If that were the case, that would be a $100,000 carat stone. Oh, and by the way, it's almost 4 carats. But this is one of the most stunning tourmalines. And if only we lived in a world where I could bring you mass quantities of stones like this, that would be lovely. I would love to have 200 of those of this particular ring in a vault somewhere where we could just sell them all night long. I can't do that because we deal in rare gems that there is no duplicate. There is no twin. There is no clone, if you will. This is it. Now, here's what we have. And isn't that amazing? With all the technology, I mean, my goodness, I have friends who clone their dogs. So again, we're getting there with technology, but gemstones, no. We can make them synthetically in labs, but we don't do that with here. So what we're doing is, this is a natural one-of-a-kind stone that happens to have the most beautiful brightness, a blue-green that looks even better than most Paraibas, because most Paraibas have some clarity issues that don't allow them to be sparkling and bright and brilliant like this one is. So the round, 371 is the carat weight. Beautiful 50-50 blue and green. And if you're not on the phone lines, I don't know if you're going to get much of a chance on this one, because it also happens to be incredibly affordable. And like I said, I think we could ask 10,000, $20,000, $30,000 for a stone like this. It's just you and I know it's not what we do. We make sure that the values are the best they can possibly be. Take a look at this. This is not going to last, and it is our one only. So come on in. I invite you to dial in early. If it doesn't work for you price-wise, that's okay. You can hang up. But if you want it, you are competing with everybody else here that even on an early part of Thursday is really going to go quickly. And again, only one on 113-104. Actually, let me scratch that. It's 1100, okay? 1100 on this one. And we already have a couple people on the phone lines, no surprise, because we are looking at a 371 in 18 karat solid gold. The most classic mounting possible here. So you are really, really doing, look at that. I mean, seriously, this color is gorgeous. I can't get over it, and I wish all Paraibas looked this good. I wish my 10 karat stone looked this good, and my 10 karat stone is, you know, a multi-million-dollar stone, and it does not have the beauty, the brilliance that this one does. And the round, of course, is very special. And I need one caller, please. I know it sounds pushy to say get on the phone lines early before you see the price tag. It is the only way. Because when I tell you, I know we're only 20 minutes in, but this is going to go so quickly. And it's our 371 with 38 points and diamonds around it. Remember, it's in the 18 karat white gold. It stays in the white gold. I'm not sure you'd want it any other way. If you want to stack around it to add more diamonds, like a wonder ring or a band ring, you may. But this is one only who wants it. You can just say sold now because you're going to be very happy with the price tag. This is one of those classic examples of usually pieces like this that are so brand new and gorgeous. They usually go long before I get to the bottom price, and that's when you know it's a value. So here we are, and it's going to be 10% off as well. So that's exciting too. You get all these savings on a brand new item. Let's show it on the hand so you get familiar with it that way before we go here. But this is what is called tourmaline, mint tourmaline. I would call it downright blue-green because minty usually implies to me, I think, of spearmint gum. And I think of something like a candy or a mint or something you'd put into your mouth after dinner to cleanse your palate. And that's not really what this is. This is a true blue-green. It is a Paraiba color through and through. It's still a tourmaline. So why is it looking so much like Paraiba? Probably because it's got copper and we just don't even know it. Because not all sources that are newer, like this one is, have been tested. So again, it saves you a bundle because again, oh, I'll show you. I have this 57 point Paraiba later, and this will probably be the anti-sell for the 57 pointer, but I'm gonna tell you right now, this ring is more money than this ring. The 57 pointer is more money than this one. And I think, well, this one's bigger and it's a little more razzle dazzle being the round that it is. So here we are, and 371 in size. Would anybody like it? Worried that, of course, it might be $10,000 or $99.99? No, it is not. That is just not how I roll with these values. You should have the most spectacular jewelry, and you shouldn't have to be a multimillionaire or a billionaire, or maybe you are and you still like saving, because I know a lot of wealthy people that still love to save money. They do. They love a value, they love a deal, they just don't usually get them on life's luxuries. Usually life's luxuries, whether it be houses, cars, or jewelry, are more money. And there's no way to save a lot of money on those items because usually they are special in some way, or rare, or they're not reproduced in mass quantities. This is just that, and maybe again, maybe even a little more rare, because a lot of things that are limited out there are limited by us as men and women who say, oh, we're only going to produce so many. This is Mother Nature saying, I'm only going to produce one stone like this. And here we go with the most amazing value on a nearly 4 carat. If I have a 4 carat Paraiba, well, first of all, I do, and it doesn't look like this. It's not as clean, it's not as bright, it's not a round, but it's also $50,000. So I love this price for where it's at. We're gonna go even lower for you than 99 or 89 or 79 or 69. You can say sold whenever the price seems fabulous for you, but you're gonna save a bundle more than even 6,000, 5,000, 4,000. I love a good sale, and Mother's Day is the most important day of the year, I believe. And it's coming up this Sunday, and luckily we're giving you a few days prior to Sunday to save on what you love and get those favorites, and do it now because it's not even $3,999. I really just again encourage you to think about this stone for the rarity, the beauty, and this is what we do. Never miss a show because you miss items like this, and your one chance to pick it up where it's not even $3,500 or $34.99. What can I tell you? It's gonna go, and it's the most beautiful, bright, clean. You're talking about round Portuguese cutting here. Could not be better. And let's blow it out right now for just $2,999 only, and it'll still be $300 off, so you get it for, sure, $26.99. It's gone. Congratulations. It's gone a long time ago. All right, well, that was fun. And here we go with our Sphene. Color change Sphene variety now coming up for you here, and this is a beauty. Look at that pear shape, more elongated, really special. And again, thank you. That's why you dial early. That's why you got to do it. Come on in. Things do go very fast. So especially our brand new, like this one is 113-1049 coming up in a 161. So another big important stone here. 161 is the size, 38 points in diamonds. Really a wearable way to do our skeins. Doesn't go too over the top as far as the overall size, but it's still an elongated pair, so it gives you a lot of presence. This does have a great size to it. You don't see a lot of carat-and-a-half plusers in the skein. It's a very rare stone. Don't forget, we'll have that Paraíba in Brazil in quartz. So it's our Brazilian Paraíba quartz coming up too. So if you like Paraíbas, it's a great day to be here. But let's talk about this 161 at a better price than even now. I know it's brand new, so you haven't had a chance to see it a bunch of times, but should be $39.99. We're going to go a lot lower than that. A lot lower. And if you want the 57-point Paraíba, it's a little more money than the last one, but it's here if you want to see that one in more detail. But let's go ahead and take this on down from $39.99 to $29. Make it even better. One only here as well. You can change the gold color here as well, so that's kind of a nice feature. You can go yellow gold or rose gold if you prefer, but we're going to send it out for just $1,999 only. So that's another big value there, and we'll see who's got it for $19.99. Don't forget, there's $200 extra off that price as well. So you will get the mega moment here to get that one home, and let's see what this one looks like on the hand as well. So you can check this out. It is only $17.99 at checkout to get that one color change skein. A beautiful stone. It goes from green to red, but you get all the brilliance of all those rainbow colors in throughout the stone entirely. So that is a lovely setup there. And look at that. What they do with that, see how they go all the way through the stone, almost like a waterfall effect. That's what you get thanks to that pear-shaped cutting. So $17.99. We have a gorgeous golden pearl necklace. It's also brand new. Don't forget, we'll get to that turquoise piece. We're taking requests all night long. Make sure you get those in. Really want to help you out with your requests, whatever it may be. And a lot of special diamond pieces coming up throughout not only tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday and Sunday mornings as well. So that's going to be on the way. All right, let's keep going. We got diamonds, we got pearls. So we're going to make Prince proud tonight. We're going to get diamonds and pearls consecutively back to back. I'm going to start with the golden pearl. Look at this one from a distance. This is our golden pearl on a necklace. This is not a pendant and chain. So that means always going to stay centered up here and really beautifully done. It's a 17-inch style. The chain itself is 16 plus, but then you get this extra length here thanks to the broad width of the diamonds up top above your pearl. This is a gorgeous rope chain. We hardly ever see rope chains here, and you can see why. If you are a gal that likes sparkle like I do, this is why your favorite chain is probably a rope chain. I know it's my favorite by far. Rope chains are enormously pricey right now because, again, they have to be textured and a lot wider than most. Even box length chains, they're not. This is really, again, where it's all, think of it almost as a faceted cylinder of great faceting, which is why it's twinkling the way it is, barely moving. Even if it's not moving, it's sparkling, and that's why we love a rope chain. This is 18 karat solid gold and 1130941, and it's really special. You've got the rope chain style. Don't forget, this is really meant to sit at the base of the neckline. It's 17 inches overall, and you've got this beautiful, look at that, nice little spring enclosure with that bigger clasp. So easy to go ahead and maneuver that, and then this chain is everything. The golden pearl, though, very highly valued here. It's 941 is the number. That's 18 karat gold. It's a 12 millimeter round pearl, so you can see it's the same round shape all the way around. It's not flat in the back. This isn't like a cabochon. This is exactly what we want to see in really high-end pearls. 60 points are the diamonds above, which looks almost like a centerpiece with floral. It's almost like a floral with leaves on the sides attaching to that chain. So one only here, brand new right now. Let me kind of give you an idea of the length before we try it on, just to show you how it's about an inch there, almost about 7/8 of an inch as far as where the diamonds start and the pearl ends. And then we've got a great look at it here from a distance. Now, obviously, it's going to stay in the yellow gold, and I'll show it up against a skin tone here so you can see it a little bit better. It's a little bit better backdrop when you see it that way as opposed to, well, still holds its own against a lot of color, but you've got that really fabulous softer golden pearl. We're going to show it up close as well for you, but this chain is everything. A chain is really what you want. I mean, supporting a really important pearl, it's important to have the chain be the right proportion, and that's what you have here. But there's that golden pearl. So you can see it's really got a lot of luminescence to it, doesn't it? And I'm showing you here, I'm going to zoom back a little bit so I can hold it up for you, but look at how beautiful this is. That's the base, but that's going to be the same kind of iridescence you see all the way around it, whereas now I'm holding it up so you can see it's really special the way that's done. And then if here, of course, your larger diamonds, up top, that real floral look. It is just spectacular. You see rope chains like this are a series of links that are all flattened and then diamond cut. So there's a lot of surface area in your gold. And we're going to take this one on down, 18 karat solid, and make it really affordable for you. It's supposed to be $69.99. I got a huge discount coming your way. All the brand new items, they should be discounted just like the older items. Everything, every single one of a kind piece must go. And let's take it all the way down right now. First caller, it's June's birthstone, by the way. Do you know that? It is. June is the month of pearls, also alexandrites, but of course June now coming up around the corner. And we're talking about 18 karat gold. We'll do this one for $1,999. A modern way to do a pearl necklace, of course, not the strand that we're used to seeing, but instead this bigger golden South Sea pearl that is all natural in the color. So that'll be $17.99 at checkout if you'd like to get that one. And again, a beautiful rope chain to go with it, and about 17 inches there in the length. So sits right at the base of the neckline as it's intended, stays centered up because again, you see the chain is linked up with those diamonds. So you're not having any movement with the pearl and the diamonds. It always stays right centered on the neckline like it should. So that's $17.99 at checkout. We have diamonds on the way. Let me go ahead and stay here up close and bring you a larger diamond pendant. Oh, these are all the ones that are tricky to show you because there's movement within it. So let's take a look at this. It's like a mobile style, a nested design where it's actually a twofer. And the great news is here is, let me show it on the hand here, that'll be a little easier. You can have each piece independently of each other, meaning you can take two pieces off here and play with it as you'd like, because I'm just going to make sure, because this is fascinating. We don't see this very often. Usually it's all in one. You can actually take each individual section of diamonds off the chain, so you could essentially wear it with the one bigger pear shape or the one smaller, or nest them together. You know what it also means? This is a design your own piece. Do you have another pendant at home? Anything. Like let's say the ruby that sold earlier. What I could do is I could actually thread this chain, which is coming with it, by the way, on item number 11300968. I could actually take another pendant and thread it through this style and have this outer pear shape be the frame for another pendant entirely. You're getting 90 points in diamonds among these two pear shapes, but the way they're nested, watch this, they are independent of each other. So think of it as really two pendants in one. This is really tough to do without taking away from your eyes. So let me just go ahead and show you how one is actually going to be, see how it's separate from the other? So see how if I remove that one, you can wear the smaller, you can wear the larger, or you can wear them together. Okay, so you're literally going to just take the chain off of each piece and thread it through whatever you want to use. But seriously, let's use our creative imaginations for a moment, okay? Let's all visualize. If I took the middle, or it depends on really the size of your pendant, if you took that little smaller pear shape off and just had the larger, and you want to string the chain through the, basically you can do whatever you need to and string it through another bale of another piece, that piece would sit in between that larger pear shape. So you can really create, think of it like a frame for other pendants that you have. So it'd be really fun to make it your own. Every single day it could look different. And yet you've got so many options to play with as it is. So 90 points in the diamonds. We have one and one only. It stays in the platinum, and we're going to blow it out. This is going to be a fabulous value. And I think also the pear shape within the pear shape, let's show you the length it's going to give. It's again at the largest point, you're going to see that larger pear shape is going to be right there at 7/8. If you're just going on the smaller measurement, it's about 5/8. So again, 5/8 and 7/8, depending on if you're using one, the larger or the smaller, or both, then you can choose to do that as well. This is a fabulous chain that's going to be a 16-inch. If you'd like to adjust it, you may. But I got to say, you can use other chains with it as well, because those bales are pretty open. So again, if you want to use a longer chain or another chain or a DB2Y, that's appropriate. But that's what it looks like from a distance. You can see it's got a nice scale and size, and we're going to blow it out right now. There is only this one piece though. It's really 3 separate jewelry pieces in one. It's like getting 2 pendants and 1 chain all together. And here's your close-up of those spectacular VS diamonds. And again, I'm holding it where I have to hold, otherwise it's going to move around on me. But you want to see those diamonds face up, and beautiful as they are. Should be $28.88. We're going to go a lot lower. There is only one. Come on in early. The golden pearl piece is still here. We'll discount our largest cashmere tonight. Why not? There's been about 8 of you talking about it, so we're going to bring it out again. We have Paraibas, we have Mandarin garnets, we have blue zircons, but this is the one of our few pieces tonight that's all in white diamonds. So let's blow it out as only we can do. It's not even $19.99. Even better value, 3 pieces of jewelry in one. Let me know if you like it. And then the biggest Tanzanite value I've ever had is coming up in the show. in an emerald cut, and it's over 8 carats in a bridge. So it's got a lot of diamonds and gold too. And all of that's happening. But again, if you want this one, call early. Here's what we'll do to bring it down even lower than $1,500 or $1,499. This is prior to your 10% off. We have got a celebration going. And I know a lot of people say, oh, well, I've got tons of time. Not really. By the time our week ends, the sale event is over. So this is important to take advantage of anything and everything while they're still here. And let's go ahead and take it down to $1,399. That is it. $1,399 and a 10% off discount, $1,259 at checkout for one caller on what is, again, you can see there, one separate from the other. And do you see what I mean by a larger bail? Look at the side of the larger pear shape as well, so you can see how you can maneuver this to make this your own, and seriously think about putting another pendant you have in between here. It would be so cool to see how that works. And then you immediately have this pear-shaped halo or frame for your other pendants. I mean, again, if it's a really small pendant, you could use this one as your frame as well. Just kind of depends on the size of the pendant, all right? So that's a fun one there. And then we are going to show you our reminder. Remember that big opal that I brought you, the 12 karat? Well, I do have it looks like the not so mini-me version, because it's still not small, but it's a really, really big 457, smaller than the 12 karat we had earlier tonight that was brought down in price tag, but it's also going to be our beautiful opal here out of Australia, 1130774, and that's a fantastic piece. So just a reminder, we've got opals galore if you're looking for something with a lot of fabulous color. Don't forget about the golden pearl either. That 12 millimeters here, the color change speen is here, the pendant you can wear a million and one endless ways, that's here as well. And now we've got that opal. So actually a 4 karat here. Let me see. That one's going to be our 457. And it's in platinum with a 115 diamond weight. Doesn't it resemble a smaller version of the big one we had earlier? So it's a nice way to get something a little bit more petite, but without being small. It's not a small ring. Just FYI, we'll show it on right now so you know. But a carat 15 in diamonds on 1130774. And blowing through jewelry tonight. So let me know what you're thinking about. And we've still got a couple pieces from this hour. And only 2.5 hours left to go, in which our Thursday of Mother's Day weekend, our preview of the Mother's Day weekend event, it continues. So here we are with a great value on a fabulous Australian Lightning Ridge. This one, they say crystal opal. I tell you, that is really, it's a fabulous piece, isn't it? Look at all the reds. I'm going to do what I did before and go walk around here and just make sure I block one of the lights, because that is more of what it's going to look like at home. So when you open that box at home, when you're excited about your opal arriving, that's what it's going to look like more at home. It's got here the rounds and the baguettes together and double halo, and we'll blow it out for only, I got 115 in diamond weight once again, and this is in platinum. So go over those things again, those specs as we call them, but the platinum, the 457, the 115 in diamonds. There's a glow that's happening behind. I don't know if you saw the band there. That's from all the colors of orange and red and pink in that stone already. Here's what it looks like on the hand. It's the same designer, really, of the larger ones. You're going to see a lot of the same details from the interior of this ring and the way that it's built up from the side. So really spectacular. Let's blow it out. We'll take it a lot lower than $69.99 for you, and we'll make it very affordable. But see the details here, that laciness on the inside, very reminiscent of what we saw earlier, and all natural through and through. Yes. Well, I talked about it, 17. So, and that's because the chain itself is 16, but then there was that almost an inch wide. So again, it's a full, like a full necklace, meaning you can't adjust it. It's one chain, one attached piece, but yeah, basically, as I said, 17 inches. So on that one, okay? So keep that in mind. And then we're gonna show you here what we can do instead of $69.99. And that, if you need to see it again, let me know. But we will go ahead and see who's got that one, because that's going to be quick to leave us here. Yep. So 17, because again, the chain itself 16 plus the extra 1 inch of that drop in the middle. So 17 inches on the golden pearl. And here we go with a better the price than $69.99. Let's take it down to $3,999 instead. So 2 big opals here today. The first one being the 12 karat that was down to $88.88. Then we've got, of course, and remember that one had the 3.5 carats in diamonds almost. And here we are with our 457, which is now $39.99, but of course $400 off that price. So it'll be $35.99 instead, which is a lot more productive when it comes to saving you money. And then we've got mandarin garnets, big fancy cut kunzites. We need your requests as well. Turquoise is going to be here. The match to the ring I had last night is here in a pendant. It is the exact match. So we're pretty excited about that one too. Plus diamonds and drop earrings and the most elite sapphire, merengue, and emerald that we have, and Brazilian alexandrite, which is so rare to see. We've got a 40-pointer that is worth a fortune. Look at this one. There's our Brazilian, oh, because it's completely purple. Look at that stone. That is what you call tiny but mighty. And then we also have our huge emerald. This is a carat 35 emerald. If any of these look good, these are all museum pieces that have got to go tonight. And we figure, well, what better time to bring out a discount on a really high-end item than a 10% off sale event. Look at this blue sapphire we have, highest end blue sapphire we have is that, it's funny, cashmeres are what we premiered last night, but they were all those pinky purple colors. It's a blue that looks like the velvety of a cashmere, but it's Ceylon, and it's a 2 carat 17 sapphire. And then I also have one of our larger merengues that's left. It's a carat 29, same mounting as the sapphire, but look at the pink and reds together in that one. All of those pieces I flashed are considered museum, so we're taking them down in a grand way to bring those prices down for you. All right, let's get to our fabulous, should we even dare to show you the moonstone this early in the show? It is our heart shape. It's the sweetest Mom's Day ring. All right, we'll do our Brazilian Paraíban quartz first, and then we'll be getting to our moonstone here shortly. So excited about the heart shape. All right, that's our opal. Now, let's take a look at the three options. Brazilian Paraíba is the original find and the original source ever. This carries with it one of the most impressive and most sought after stones in the world, but instead of being a 2-point size and calling it a day, like the faceted stones usually are, this instead is giving you a larger crystal structure of what is still going to be, you consider it the Brazilian Paraíba in its rough form, but this time, instead of just being the rough on its own, it actually is going to be instead, it's basically ensconced in this quartz, which is another gemstone, and it's a natural gemstone on its own. So we have three options for you that all have those gorgeous blue greens, and then the quartz is the stone. You're going to hear the carat weights on the quartz, but the Brazilian Paraíba is quite large within it. And then, of course, that's going to be the original find out of Brazil, which makes it exceedingly rare and special. And we've got bigger sizes here, like our 298 starting us off in the middle, our 247 in the pear shape over here on the right side, a 234, and if you want to go bigger diamond weight, that's where you go. That big signature style, we have two signature mountings, that's one of them, and it's got a huge 1 carat 18 diamond weight to go along the sides of that oval. So oval pair, you pick your favorite. They're heavily discounted tonight, so we can make sure that we get all of them out the door at these incredible prices. And if you haven't been impressed yet with the pricing, well, you haven't been here. It's that simple. We started this event last evening at 5 o'clock. We're going through Sunday at 1 p.m. You've got a couple more days to shop the 10% off, to get requests in. Pick anything from the lineup, anything from the inventory. It's all yours for 10% off, and your money-back guarantee is still intact. And that's highly important and rare. I've been here a long time, 10 years. I can tell you that usually when we get as deep a discount as 10%, it comes with a final sale, which is fine. Everyone's comfortable with that for the most part, unless you've never shopped here before and just aren't used to what we do, because we know that the piece you see on the ear is the piece you get. So you're never going to get a better perspective from what you see here watching on your big jumbo TV at home, or whether you're watching in HD online on a phone or a computer screen or a tablet. But point is, this is still giving you a money-back guarantee situation. So let's say you're giving a gift to mom, or you're celebrating a mom. Maybe it's a daughter who's a mom. I know that that's something that I think all moms need to celebrate each other. We as women, I think, should celebrate each other, and we really hopefully do, because we all know that, we all work really hard. And whatever it is, wherever you pour your passion and your life's work into, I will tell you, we deserve to treat ourselves, and so here's where we are doing it. And we are a company founded by women, run by women, and almost entirely, I know Jason and Tony, I know you're here, but you guys know it is a woman-oriented business. So I will tell you right now, we're proud of that. And it's probably why we're such sticklers when it comes to quality and value and all the things we love, because we're very, very particular about what we bring. But I will say, we celebrate moms this day with 10% off a blowout price. So it's not just the price you're about to see that is that incredible blowout. It's getting better. So all you got to do is dial and get in very quickly. They're all going to stay in the gold color they're in. They are in gold, no platinum here. It's all 14 karat white gold. But again, we got the 247 that has a 67-point diamond weight wrapping around it. Then you have the triple split shank here with the oval that is going to have larger and smaller diamonds, pave and prong set, shared prongs, that is 298, also 67 points in diamonds. So the diamond weights on these two are exactly the same. Here's where you go with the jumbo diamond weight, 234 in the Brazilian Paraíban quartz, 118 in diamonds, all as they are, all fantastic values. Not a one of them is going to be even $49.99 like they started at, and going, I'll tell you, there were a couple up there went up for more than that too, like this one and this one, given the size of the stones and the rarity. And everywhere you see those turquoisey blue greens, that is all Paraiba. This is all Paraiba. This is interesting because it's got a real interesting crystal structure here, and it's actually an extension here where you see a larger bit here and then off to the side, and then this has got that rarity of purple as well throughout. So really rare to get the two colors of Paraiba, because the purple that you see there also is, and it's not going to be $49.99. And if you have not tried one of these, please do. They're such cool stones. They have that organic look we're seeing all over the jewelry world. Gemstones in that look, very popular, and we're going to blow it out right now for only, you know what, skip even $2,000. I'm going to move some jewelry tonight. We're going to do that. It's our night to celebrate our Thursday night here. We got a couple hours left to do it, and they're not even $19.99. This is prior to a 10% off. So big savings on every single piece you think about, you shop for, and they're not $19.99. So I know on any given normal day, because why not? We're here on normal days, when there's no sale event, that's going to move all three of those. You don't get the gold mountings for $19.99. True story, diamonds like that, no way. All the amount of gold where basic bands are $2,000, those are not basic bands. You're getting a lot of gold there. That is not even $19.99 on a normal day. I'm going lower. You get the 10% off. Everybody's happy. You get to experience a stone that probably for the most of us we don't have already. It's one of those that's a little more unique. I know it's always tough to sell people things they already have. You guys don't need more of what you already have at home in jewelry. Some things in life need to be, you know, constantly repurchased and replenished, and jewelry is not one of them. Once you have something, I don't think you need another and another, but if you don't have this collectible gem, great way to get it, and it's not even $1,899 a ring. Let's blow them out. Only one of each. You let me know which one you like. They stay in the gold color. We'll size them for you. And they're $1,888 instead. So that makes it a lot more affordable, I think, because $1,699 would be all you pay. And that makes it a lot easier to get your Brazilian Paraiba and diamonds and gold, and whichever one you like up there. It's under $1,700 at checkout. And nothing to lose but the opportunity to get these big time values. So that's $18.88, $16.99. We'll give them 60 seconds only, and you let me know which one's your favorite. And they're all right in that 2 to 3 carat range. So again, 2 to just under 3. The big one is the middle. This is that just under 3 carat right here. The others are more like 2.5 carats. You let me know which one you like, and then they're going to be gone. And never again do we show these pieces, because obviously can't bring them out at a higher price. That doesn't make a lot of sense. So, you know, we kind of have to say, okay, well, if this doesn't get to it, then they can be melted on down. We'll put the stones back in the vault of the collector's gems, and then we'll just go ahead and melt down that gold after we take those diamonds out. So you can always make new jewelry that way too, to make new jewelry going forward affordable as can be. But that's a really important way to get Brazilian Paraiba in quartz, the original find, the OG of Paraiba, first discovery ever back in 1989. It wasn't even that long ago. And then check this out. If you like phenomenal gems, there's our new Diaspora. Got a new one for you. The best emerald I have. You saw that emerald cut, but I know not everyone goes for the emerald cuts. Here's the classic oval. We'll see that one tonight. We have a beautiful moonstone heart-shaped diamond drop earrings, museum collectibles. Your requests are here. You just name it, we can bring it out, okay? So $18.88. They're $16.99. Anybody want them just to melt down the gold? Because that would be a very smart idea right now when you got that kind of value. I know there's a lot of jewelers out there who do just that. There's like, I'll just keep the stone and I'll keep that for my collection. And then a lot of people used to shop with me many, many years ago for loose gemstones. And you might still have collections today that are based on those loose gemstones you picked up years ago. Here's a great way to get, again, something that you wear your loose gemstone out. That's the beauty of having functional jewelry, is that you're not just collecting to look at every now and again. You're getting the chance to wear out and about. And I look at it as sharing. It's like you're the mobile museum is what I think about. When we wear jewelry, we are really kind of bringing museum quality and museum level gems to the world around us, whether it's our inner circle every day or the people we work with who are kind of the outer circle, or even just perfect strangers who we run into and see. And it's always fun to, you know, there's a lot of times with people looking at our jewelry like, oh, that's interesting. And we've got them here for you. So really important. We've got the big tanzanite. So this is that one that I'm going to try to, and I'll tell you, as the show wears on here tonight, I'm thinking this might be even a little bit more even a little more affordable than we even bargained for tonight, because I'm kind of up here freewheeling and got to move some jewelry. So this is where we got the 8-carat emerald cut with all the reds. And that's one of the more, I think it's one of the more cool and unique bridge mountings, because it's got those mini rows. And you actually see, as I'm moving it here, you can see the diamonds running through that stone and reflecting through that gem. So step faceting together with the diamonds underneath it. What a combo that is. All right, so here's what we've got. 10 minutes till our top of the hour. I'm going to put up the heart-shaped moonstone. I got a little story for you about this one, because this was actually here the other day with me. I refrained from showing it because I thought it was a lovely ring. And I thought it was a lovely stone and a very unique cut that we don't always see, because it's not the normal heart shape either. Have you noticed? It's more like the diamond cutting, and it's even got the diamond pattern to the actual table facet. And then it actually has a diamond cutting internally. So it's a more prismatic cut than we would typically get from a heart shape. And I saw it the other day and I instantly fell in love with it. And I got to tell you, I think some of our prettiest stones lately have been heart shapes. What do you guys think? I'm not typically a heart shape collector, but the more I see these heart shapes, the way they're cut, it's like the brilliance overtakes, and I'm just suddenly enamored by everything heart shape because of the way the brilliance of the cutting works to bring it to life. Well, ladies, gentlemen, moms, anybody who loves great jewelry, I didn't show this the other day for very good reason. I loved the piece, and I took one look at the price tag and I said, nope, I'm not showing it. I can't show it. I don't know what that hit over there, but that was really strong. I don't know. That got a lot of momentum and inertia behind it. I did not show it the other day because it showed $4,999. I thought that was a little much. And then I realized, oh, I see why. Because I looked at the carat weight as 1 carat and I thought, that's a little much. I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be my special little first hour treat here. It's my little knock knock, who's with us? Let's do a little roll call, get together, see who's out there. It's a $5,000 ring because of the specialty cutting. We put it in the halo to emphasize the heart shape, gave it the split shank as well. I'm going to give you a choice of gold color as well. So there's a lot to love about this one, and the simplicity of giftable heart shape Mom's Day. What are we trying to do around this time of year? Show all the moms how much we love them. Maybe try to just send a little bit of that, just a teeny proportion, a tiny fraction of the love they've shown us through the years. We're trying to show that. And obviously, moms out there, I'm encouraging our moms to celebrate yourselves, because that's really important here with jewelry that commemorates, that really reminds us of the love around us. Take a look at this heart shape. I mean, I think it's one of the more unique pieces we've ever had. And I'm talking like ever, just because of that cutting that is so well done. So if you love it, give it some thought. I'm going to put that up at the top of the hour for you, and I really want to make sure that we get everybody ready, because I know that we've got some late arrivals always on our Thursday. Want to make sure that you know what it's all about and get a great value on that one, as only we can do, because that's really, really important. So we'll have that just coming up in a little bit, and we'll bring it on out in just a few. But like, again, 9 minutes or so, so not much longer to wait. And then we still got those Brazilian Paraíbas. What about the big emeralds? Those, I've shown you 2. If there's any questions on those, let me know and we'll help you out, okay? So again, FYI, 8 minutes away, we'll get that for you, okay? Next up, we're gonna show you, this merengue is something special. We also have heart shapes and earrings if you love all diamonds, but I love the cutting on that one. It's so unique. It looks a little bit like, again, prismatic rounds. We don't usually see that. So top of the hour, okay? That's gonna be coming up. And then here we go with the very mighty Mandarin Garnet. I still cannot get over this one. I've shown it a couple of times. It's been requested a couple of times. And I think we know why. We see that, and it's instantly recognizable for what this is, as one of the most rare, exotic, beautifully cut Mandarin garnets we have ever had. No question about that. Check out this color. Isn't that something? Perfect color. If you ever wondered what a Mandarin should look like, it's right there. This is item number 1127741. And it also is a bigger band. So we completely decked it out in diamonds, gave you all that beautiful wider band style with the diamonds every which way. It goes side to side, top to bottom, everywhere across the ring. So it's really bold. And yet, isn't there something special about a trillion? Kind of like what we're seeing out of that brilliance of the heart shape, but now in the trillion. It's a 271. Private collection. Yes, this is, I think we know why. Can you imagine if you were going through a parcel of mandarins and you came across that stone? Look at even the color it's casting onto the wheel below it. That's not typical to always see the color reflected on the wheel right in front of it. And in darkness, in light, it doesn't matter. It just completely is neon. It also happens to be a 109 diamond weight. Every which way, let's try it on for you so you can see how this looks. And we're about to blow it out with 10% off as well. So it's one of those very important stones, great color, perfect brightness, and talk about a color most gemstones just do not give us. It's right here. So a fabulous way to go. Let's blow it out, shall we? It's under $5,000, which that's pretty unusual as it is. We're not doing $49.99 any longer. That's the last sale event price we had. Now we get to take it significantly less than that for you. Just dial early. You know these are one of a kinds. Can't produce another one like that. I don't even have a mandarin garnet in a trillion other than that one right there. So this is the way to get you your trillion cut mandarin, the ultimate mandarin garnet, and we'll blow it out right now under $4,000. Not even leaving it at $39.99 though. It gets better. You've got the huge moment right now. This is the opportunity on the mandarin. No question, bright as beautiful as can be, and it's going to be better than 39, better than 38. We got some museum rock stars that have got to go, and we'll blow it out right now for just $3,000. Forget $38.88 or $37.99. We'll take it on further down than that. How about $3,699? Then you get 10% off. That's almost $400 extra of savings, so that'll turn out to be $33.29 at checkout for you. Just really moving some of our inventory throughout this event. This is why I encourage you to say, you know, pick up the phone, dial in, tell us what you've been thinking of, because that 10% really takes it to a new level of discounting that we just would not see. So here it is at 36, but really $33.29. Let me know if you'd like that one, and then we are going to show that cashmere. Yesterday I had this beautiful deluxe event. It was quite something because it was all of our best of unheated cashmere sapphires that we had not seen before. And what was fun about it was the discounts. We made them really affordable. But there was a stone that was the largest of them all, and with it, it carried a little higher price tag, as they typically do. Not to mention it was GIA certified, and only 3 of them were. We're going to bring it out and reduce the price here tonight, now, like right at this moment, because so many of you were talking about it. We had some interesting we had some conversations, we had some offers. Let me just bring it down right now. On the largest, that's the thing, there were only 12, and this is by far the largest we had at the 2 carat 35 level. It's 113.1016. And then top of the hour is a coming, and we got that pear shape coming up, so thank you. I know everyone's getting excited about that pear, the heart shape, me too. But here we are with the 235. I'm going to show you the cert in case you didn't see it yesterday. This is a reduction in price just because, well, why not? We're really trying to make sure that this can be the one that you pick up, especially if you're looking for the more rare. It is, again, 235 with a 145 classic diamond mounting around it in the white gold, which is your 14 karat. Let me show you what's not free usually, but is right now for you. You're getting this cert from GIA, the one and only, the photograph, the seal, the QR code that helps you, again, look up any details you need. The history of the cert. Here's the 235 with the 7.8 by 9. So basically it's an 8 by 9, which is why it's more of a roval than an oval. And this is really important up top because not only do you have the origin, which is really the big statement, but also it's the treatment or lack of. No indications of heating whatsoever. So you've got that GIA cert for the stone that's coming with it. We're the ones that added the carat 45. It's a super clean, super rich, bright purpley red. Again, it's kind of in that purple, pink, red combination. I'm going to clean it up a little bit. We're going to try it on. And we've got an unheated stone. This was the largest. So it's kind of a nice little encore presentation, if you will. There were so many people talking about it, considering it. And we're glad to bring it back out tonight. Newly reduced price. I'm not shy about telling you. It was $99.99 with a 10% discount. So that would save you an extra $1,000. Look at how lively and colorful and clean that stone is. It's rare to get any sapphire over 2 carats, especially one that is natural, unheated, untreated, like this is, from the mine that if you're wondering, well, what's the big deal? It's just a sapphire. Nope. This is considered a myth in gemstone collecting because most of the time, everybody's heard of them. Very few have actually seen one or actually had an opportunity to own one, a genuine cashmere. And again, it's certified by GIA, that literature and all of that material is coming with it. So you have the acknowledgement and the verification of where this is from. And the reason it's so rare is because that hasn't been mined since, think about 1881, long time ago. Okay, you and I were not here. 1881 was the discovery of this material. We're talking about the Himalaya mountains. And actually the mining in the Himalayas stretch over the border of many, many countries, right? But this is a specific locale, the Himalayas, that is, you saw it, the Azad region of Pakistan. It's how we know it today. These are really rare stones that had a total mining production of about 7-8 years, okay? So by the late 1800s, like 1888, they were done. And they haven't been mined since, although they've tried. There's been many revisits. There's been a lot of, in the early 1900s, there was a lot of folks that went back, tried to see if there was any more material to extract, nothing. So this is why when you find a genuine, what is noted by all as the top quality, top origin of sapphire in the world, that's why it's a big deal to get a cashmere. Sometimes they're the blues, but honestly, this is a more rare color than the blues as we take a look at it and see what it looks like here up close, okay? We're doing better than $99.99 if you've wanted a cashmere. Now is the time, especially considering this is the headliner. This is the cornerstone of the collection. It is by far the largest. It has the cert, and yet we're blowing it out tonight. There's just been so much interest. I'd love for somebody to have this. The 10% off is still happening, and yet we're going to make it a better deal than even $8,888. We're going to make it better than even, it's not even $8,500, nor is it $8,000. We're blowing this out for $7,999 tonight. I wanted to see if there was any better we could do. We're taking a huge $2,000 off, but let's not forget that's coming down by another $800, so it's $7,199. If you would like the ultimate cashmere sapphire, that's it. We got our top of the hour here. We're ready for our heart-shaped moonstone, aren't we? So we're going to get to that next, and then we're going to be on our way. 2 more hours left to go on our Thursday. Big values. We've got our moonstone, our turquoise pendant, our big tanzanite, just to name a few. We're going to have a blast tonight, as usual, on a Thursday, and let's just show you the heart shape now. Here it is. This is the heart-shaped moonstone. We gave everyone a heads up a couple minutes ago. It's here, ready to go. And what a gift this would be to give to a loved one, any loved one for any occasion, all the colors. Maybe it's one of the gals who's just getting started with their jewelry collection and you want to give them a nice little token of your love for them. Nothing says it better than a heart shape. So here we go. It is a fabulous look. This is item number 113-1203, and it's our heart shape, 1 carat stone, 40 points in diamonds, and in the gold of your choice. So all of that we discussed earlier. White, yellow, rose gold, 40 points is the diamond weight. Nice little split shank to anchor it and keep it nicely centered on the hand. But one big value on the way. Happy Thursday, everybody. I'm going to welcome you to the show here because we've only got a got a couple hours left. And so here we are. Hi, everybody. Welcome. So I got to just get you all up to speed on what's going on. We've got our Mother's Day weekend sale event started last night. It's got basically, you've got a couple more hours left to go. It would be 11 hours in total. So you've got just 4 more shows here. That is it. 10% off everything. Take advantage and, of course, make requests if you have them. Let's bring out whatever you'd like to see. My name is Lauren Blair. We've got a moonstone heart shape. We're treating all the moms out there to something special, and I say treat yourself because nobody knows what you like better than you do. Am I right? And we as women, especially when it comes to jewelry, can be a little particular. Like if you're getting me slippers or a robe, okay, fine, I'm not all that picky. Just, make it a nice material and soft and cozy, and I'm good. If it's jewelry, I like to leave that to myself to pick out. So here we are, a great chance to pick up with gifts, the perfect justification with the most incredible deep discounts you've ever seen here on this show, and no final sale attached to it. So get it at home, see what it's all about, no pressure. You just pick out what you like, and then basically we're saying, let us send it to you. Let us send it to you to check it out, see what it's all about, and then, hey, if you like it, great. You keep it. If you don't, you send it back. Not a big deal. Take a look at what we have here in our heart-shaped moonstone. A fabulous, fabulous value on a 1 carat coming your way. And this is the one I told you. I saw it a couple days ago. It was $49.99. I didn't think that was the right price. Tonight, I'm going to make it all about you and your price. And we're going to take a $49.99 ring because that is specialty heart-shaped cutting. And that is one of the most colorful, lively, but also at the same time really wearable. It's got bright, bright, vivid purples. I see times when it looks blue-green like a Paraiba, when it looks purple like a tanzanite, then it's got that golden glow that washes over the stone, and we're gonna make it better than $49.99. How about an auction at the top of our hour? 2 hours left to go on a Thursday. I know, Thursdays are wild, aren't they? They're wild. Sometimes we don't have folks joining us to the last 10 minutes of the show. Well, let them join when they want, but they're missing out on the big values. So here we go. An auction that's going to start less than even the cost of the gold That's how I like to do it. It's our little roll call. We're going to see who all's with us on a Thursday. Give it the heart shape, which of course has that amazing color in the moonstone, really fabulous cutting. And we're not even starting at $3,000. There's $2,000 off right there. I'm not starting at $2,000 either because I really want to help everybody own something special tonight. Any gold. This is really all about you. We're letting you choose your gold color, get your size you need, and have that money back guarantee all intact without a $2,000 open, because I'm really trying to get a lot of people in on these phone lines here. So here we go. $1,500 with a $10 increment only. I'll show it to you on the hand so you can see this that way. It's so perfect. I think it's the perfect size because a lot of us, you know, we all have different tastes, but look at this, and also more darkness here, so it's giving you a better look at the colors and the wide array of colors. There's every color in a more pastel, think pastel with iridescence, and every color you see has a secondary color underneath it and around it, and it moves with the light, and you see all those different colors transform. You're not waiting for an opal, you're not waiting for a color change stone to be in one light source to another to see it change colors. You get all the colors all at one time. No open at $1,500. Well, here we go. Let's just go ahead and see what happens here, because this is really the moonstone at its best. Most moonstone, and I know now, by now we're probably all used to this color and these myriad of colors, but we forget sometimes that typical moonstone just has a gray color. Not the most exciting color. I think that color is really, sometimes I even wonder, should gray even be a color, right? Is it even technically a color? It's so neutral, it's so kind of basic. I want to see color. And that is really the look and the beauty, and then that core cutting you see through the inside of that heart shape. It's like a mini firework. And yet all the beautiful, think about if you had, I almost look at it this way, we've all seen the Northern Lights. Whether we've seen it in person, probably not. Not all of us have seen that. It usually requires a lot of travel to some very remote location at a very specific time of year. But to see that Northern Lights, I know we're probably familiar with it. We've seen maybe video or photographs. Imagine that and 4th of July. At the same time, the beauty and the brilliance and the pop and the sparkle of fireworks in the sky, but with that Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis effect of Mother Nature, and then you've got all within the heart shape, all encapsulated within the beautiful sentimentality of really the cutting that I think carries with it the most soul of all. And yet it's not going to be 15, 14, 13, 12, 1,100 to open. We're going to start at, let's face it, it's a price we can't really do rings for. Every now and then I'll have a stud earring or a pendant at this price, but rings, it's a no-go because there's over $2,000 worth of gold in any basic ring right now. A little tiny band is $2,000 worth of gold. Now, we've obviously played with the idea of, should we just go to a different kind of thing, like a plating, like everybody else is doing? No. We know that these stones deserve the best. They deserve it. Obviously, that'd be a way to get around the high prices of gold, is not use gold. Use sterling, plate it with a little coating of gold. No, these stones deserve the very, very best. So all you need is me to go a little bit cuckoo and just really bring the price down to lower than the cost of the gold by itself. And we're going to start at $1,000 only, leaving the $10 increments. Who cares? It doesn't matter until we get the open. And giving you a 10% off, yes, even on auctions, which is, let me remind you, not even allowed during a sale broadcast like this. Auctions are a no-go because the $49.99 should be 10% off, and then boom, you get it for $44.99 and it's done. You get the great value. This is $1,000 to open with a $10 increment, and still the winner will get 10% off when all is said and done. So that is why we're excited about this one here tonight. So $1,000 to get it going. Let's see if we've got it started. I'm going to give it 60 seconds to get it started, and then we'll move on from there. We still got our cashmere if you want it. We have a purple sapphire. We've got beautiful things. And yes, we have the opportunity to bring you whatever it is you want to see tonight via your request. All right. So I'll take a sip of water while you peruse the heart shape, and let me know if you'd like to start at $1,000. Oh, that's wonderful. Kim, I appreciate that. Just got an email from Kim. Was able to shop one of our Smithsonites from, wasn't that a week ago? I think it was a week ago Wednesday. And she's loving it. So thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying it, and I'm happy to hear that. So thanks, Kim. Thank you very, very much for that. Love hearing that feedback. That's really exciting. And $1,000 we don't have, so we'll move on. How about a turquoise? We do have a turquoise piece. It's ironic because, well, I wished it would have been here yesterday, but we're still putting the finishing touches. The reason it would have made sense yesterday is we had the matching ring. And I don't know if the ring, I don't think the ring is here available anymore, but we do have the round in the pendant to match. So we do have that as well. Really? Okay, so $1,000. All right, new open. Okay, are we all waiting on the tanzanite? There is an 8 carat that I vowed would be the most incredible value. I think that value, as we were on, might be even better than expected. So we'll bring that to you in a little bit as well. And then here comes the really good diamond drop earrings. We've got these really fabulous diamond drop earrings. They were here a few months ago. They were on a weekend show, debuted, and they were a lot of money because, well, they're big diamonds. That's what happens when big diamonds come around. And then you get those beautiful marquise cuts. How about that? Some really lovely yellow diamonds, 61 points. We've got them coming up as well. Do you remember them? I know you may not have been with us that very moment they debuted. We get to bring them out tonight as a really nice drop-in discount. So earrings are always really, I think, good giftables too, because rings can be very specific in their design. I love when we can bring you a giftable in an earring or a pendant. Those are ones you never need to worry about sizing. You probably know whether someone has their ears pierced or not, and most people do. So I think it really makes it easy and giftable. Let's show them. 1129217 is coming up right now. The heart-shaped moonstone hanging out with me. And so are Brazilian Paraíba and quartz and a few other great ideas. Then we'll get into some museum pieces as well. Although I did the kiss of death and brought you the museum pieces a couple moments in. I think that's what scared everybody. But it's all right. We got plenty of affordable, and I'll show you what we can do on our big yellow diamonds that are actually really fabulous marquise cuts. So that's unique. Don't see a lot of those marquise cuts, especially in a yellow diamond, because that's what's more challenging is, okay, if we're going to do a yellow diamond, and if you're going to take rough material out of the earth and you're going to choose a cut, you want to do something that's going to maximize it because it's also rare. And this is obviously not a cut that you see very often for that reason. It doesn't exactly maximize anything. It's that elongated cut with those points. These are yellow diamonds. They are in the gold. They have the lever back style. You can have white or yellow are ready to go. But I do have this amazing value that have been brought down in price tags. So this is very exciting. 30 points each, or technically they're 30.5 points each. But we're gonna make it really affordable. And if you needed rose gold, I wouldn't recommend it at all. That would seem very clashy, but if you want the rose, we can do it. White and yellow though are ready to go. Here's what I've got. We're gonna blow them out for you. And I would love to see them at $51.99 like they're supposed to be. It's just not going to work tonight. We got some better values coming your way. We'll show them to you on. There's a simplicity about them. And this is not a wildly dramatic drop. This isn't that drop style that's 5 inches that are getting, you know, they're becoming like, you know, the length of your hair and they're moving every which way. It's not like that style. It's not really intended to be that style. This is the style that's really, really wearable for you. So I like it for that. I appreciate that about this style is that they really are just easy to wear, but still with some movement. So I'm going to show you the one here on the hand because the other one's gone into the deep abyss underneath the wheel, and that one did too. So here we go. This is what it looks like from a length perspective. They're 1 inch. I'll try one on for you as well. Just know there are 2. I'm just going to have to dismantle the set to get the other one back, and here we are. It's a fabulous look with 1.25 inch length, but you can see that little bit of that mirror finishing here. It's that stiletto style we love. It's just a continuation of the lever back itself into the diamond. I'm going to pop one on the ear for you so you can see. It's that real simple lever back too. I mean, there's just something really easy about a lever back because, well, look at it, how it just drapes and drops and gives you that beautiful length. And of course, we love a good length because the length is what's going to be so flattering on as well. But you've got all of that beautiful brilliance and yet something a little more unique in that yellow diamond that's still that fabulous marquise cut. They're under our own cost for you today and really giftable. And again, white and yellow available, ready to go out right away, as in tomorrow. So that would be Friday. So you probably have them by Monday or Tuesday next week, maybe Wednesday. We're going to blow them out right now. They're so fabulously affordable. Let's go back to the wheel here, show you what they look like up close and personal. And just a reminder, you're getting 2. And they're fabulous. And let me make sure that we've got them spun around here so you can see right up front what those yellow diamonds deliver in quality and still VS. And we're going to make them $999 a pair. So it's our huge, huge Mother's Day special on the earring set that you're getting, and a beautiful look with those bright, bright yellows. And you see the brilliance. It's not like you're going to take away the brilliance because they're a yellow diamond. You're still getting blues and greens and reds and oranges and all of that. And yet in the yellow gold, that's why that's going to be a popular combination in the yellow gold, is because of that that color play, that beautiful coordinating set you're getting, okay? So they're $9.99. Got a big blue zircon, a gorgeous fancy cut kunzite. Fancy cutting seems to be the theme of the night here. We have a really important fancy cut round. Let's take a look at this, and here you go. This is, yep, not your typical round. And it looks a little bit like the center of that heart-shaped moonstone, which is why we were loving that one so much. But here it is in the very large 18 karat 30. It's item number 1129197. A fabulous fancy cut in the round. So think Portuguese, but better, because it's still got that little bit of, when you see a floral look to the faceting in the middle, it looks like a Portuguese cut. This is still a little bit more high-end than that, in that it's got that extra notched outside edge, so it's not just perfectly rounded, giving you a little bit more of that modified fancy cut. White gold only, 18 karats 30 and 29 points in those trapezoids. Yes, they're fancy cut diamonds on the sides too. So we didn't leave the fancy cutting just simply to the kunzite, brought you the fancy cut diamonds as well. And this is a one only. I'll blow it out. First caller can get it for under $10,000. It's not going to be $99.99, and then we got a big time Tanzanite deal. I think that's going to be having to be probably the 7 o'clock hour, which is about 45 minutes from now. If you want to get any of the pieces we've shown you previously, I've had, looks like 25 pieces here already in the show. They're still available. So lots of choices for you, lots of goodies to choose from. But here's what we'll do on this one, better than 5 or 4,000 or $39.99, one only. And let's take a look at how fabulous this is on the hand. It could not be better. And the color saturation is so there. And it will not be $39 either. Let's blow it out, $3,499. That'll be it. You get $350 off that price as well. If you're ever wondering the easy way to just calculate the discount, pretend there's a decimal at the end and move it over 1. And $349.90 is what you're taking off the price, okay? So it'll be $31.50 at checkout if you'd like to get that one instead of that $3,500 already discounted price. It gets better. So a fabulous opportunity on the kunzite. Good luck on that one. There it is one more time up close. We'll take a look at it there and see who's got it for $31.50. And that is 18 karats 30 in size. So a very impressive look. Now I got a couple of big pendants and mandarins and zircons, and purple sapphires are here, and got that big Paraíba. That's going to be our 57 pointer. And we also have, there's a little special something in diamonds and gold for you. It's our medallion style designer necklace. We'll see that coming up. It is wild. Paper clip link chain and everything. We went all out on this great designer style for you. So that'll be here as well. Looking forward to that. What a gorgeous piece this is. This is really the kind of the wow moment of what we're doing here in designer jewelry these days. Take a look at this. This is quite something here. Take a look at this pendant. Now this is that medallion style where you've got the mirror, the beautiful mirror finishing of the paperclip link chain, and look at how it attaches. You've got a really important O-ring there that's attaching to your paperclip link chain that leads into this beautiful medallion style. So that's all going to be satin finished in the gold. Bigger diamonds set within it. That's not something we typically see, are huge diamonds in a pendant. These are all huge diamonds, including the round in the center, which is 21 points, and then 33 points in the baguettes. Item number is 1128542. It's a nice bigger style here. This is really the designer look. We were kind of bringing it first before it hit the marketplace everywhere else, and you can see that is not your basic chain. Lobster claw clasp. I'm going to do up to 18 inches, but you know, it's not even 16, 17, 18. It's also 13 and 12. It's also an 8-inch if you want it to be a bracelet. It is, because you can make it any length you want, because you can use any of those links you want as your closure. It's already got the specific, I'll tell you why. We give you like a cheat sheet here. I don't know if you noticed. There's a couple of links here that are round instead of oval. See them? So that makes it easy to select. Okay, 16, 17, 18. Sure, if you know the length you need, it makes it really easy to find it there. But you can also go 16 and a half or 17 and a half. Or if you want to make it a choker length, you can make it 14. I know that for a choker length, I like 13 and a half or 14. So you can make it whatever length you want, because you can utilize any of these links you wish to. So that's really, I think, quite nice, and I think a really nice detail. So you can see right here, I'll just show you what I mean by that. So you can really just attach that little lobster claw wherever you want to and utilize it that way, okay? So this is our beautiful necklace with that fabulous Again, I love that little endpoint where it's that beautiful circular style. Keeps it always centered on the neckline, so no matter what length you're using, you can always maneuver it. But let's go ahead and take it on down for you in price tag, okay? We want to do that to make sure it's affordable. It's one of those really of the moment, super cool girl looks. I mean, it's not the basic, oh yeah, diamond pendant, I've seen that a million times over. It's giving you so much more wow than that. Take a look on the neckline as well, so you can get an idea of how it looks from a distance away. And there's something about the glow of that satin finishing. You can see it up against a skin tone, how it shows up there. You can see it up against a lot of color as well. And then we'll show you the up close so you can see every one of those diamonds, because they're important as well. And yet it is going to be wild here. Let's go ahead and take it on down. Finished in the back, so you can still, you've got that comfort of that extra layer of gold built in. You've got all those bigger stones, which if I angle it the right way, you can see how white and bright they are. And this is under $3,000 for the first time. It's not $29.99 either, going a lot lower than that. Remember, that's nearly a quarter carat round in the center of it all. So that's pretty spectacular. Let's just go ahead and take it on down for you below even $2,000 or $19.99. Requests are welcome. Get those requests in. We want to help you there. And let's make this better than $19, $18. I'll blow it out for $17.99. That way it gets another nearly $200 off, and that'll be our better discount for you at $17.99 with that 10% off, $16.19 at checkout. When it's not just the pendant with the bigger diamonds, it's all of this incredible gold chain. Look at that paper clip. One of the hottest chains going, has been for years, and that really elevates the look, doesn't it? I think that carries with it. I mean, a lot of people would look at that and say, it's a chain. What's the big deal? No, the chain makes all the difference in the world in what creates that really specialty style and look. So $17.99 turns into $16.19 at checkout. Let us know what requests you have too. We'll help you out there. And this is only yellow gold. So just as you see it right here and ready to go out tomorrow. So again, coming to you in the next couple of days. I can't guarantee it's going to deliver before Mother's Day, but it's going to be there right after, most likely. And so that gives you that big opportunity to save on a lot of beautiful idea. That's a 1-inch disc. So 1 inch is the diameter of your medallion drop. Bigger diamonds there throughout. Let's remember that those baguettes, we can just go ahead and calculate that as well. It's a 33 point overall carat weight. That's a third of a carat. But let's remember, you're getting the 2, the 4, the 6, and the 8. So each one individually is going to be right at about 4 plus points. So important baguettes to go with that very special round. All right, next up is the fabulous, well, Tanzanite's coming up around the corner. We've got our big diaspora here that's new. And this one is just, well, we upgraded it. We took the big diaspora we love, upgraded in a big, big way here with our fabulous cushion cut square. And look at the pinks and reds. It's not just a pink and purple, it gets downright red, which is so unusual in the diaspora world because we're in one type of light here. You have to be in a completely different light normally to see any pink or purple. This one is already showing it when all we have is one type of light, and that's going to be fluorescent lighting. Welcome in to our little bit left of Thursday. So glad you're with us. Happy Mother's Day one and all, and I say that to all the moms out there, all the motherly figures, everybody that's a mom to a pet, a mom to a kid, a mom to grown children. If you have to be a mother to your husband sometimes, that's okay too. We understand. It's what we do. But here's what we have in the cushion cut square. It is that beautiful color changing 100%er. This is one of those really lesser known stones because there is only one source, and it's been depleted after a few short years. Here's 113, 1177. And we've added the yellow diamonds. So it's brand new tonight. You've never seen this before. I know it's fun to bring out the oldies and bring them down in price. I think it's just as fun to bring out the brand new and discount that on its very first time out. So that makes it exciting as well. So let's take a look at this diaspora. It's our cushion cut square. It's a 324 size. It does have a very important 12-point diamond weight. That's in the yellows. And then another 45 points in the white diamonds. All around spectacular. And it stays as is in white gold and yellow gold together. Okay, everybody, it's going to be up to you. There's a total weight here of 57 points, but we break it down because the yellow diamonds are supremely important. And you've got the yellow gold with the white gold. And you have the really important, I want to show you the body of the ring is in white gold because that's just a continuation of the outer basket there. So we'll have it be exactly this way, but in your ring size. Incredibly important stone. One source in the world and 5,800 carat last time I saw it in a wholesale environment. That was this past February, so a couple months ago. 5,800 a carat on the smaller stones. None of them had the saturation level you're seeing here, none of them. Let's blow it out right now. let's bring you the big value, and let's go ahead and let you price it the way you want to. I'm going to go 0 to start. Any increment you want. And if you think that's because it's a $100 item, I don't have a $100 item here. I just don't. I've got a no reserve auction, and we're going to go see where it goes. And we might be here all night with this one, so we might have to wait on our tanzanite and our diamonds and our turquoise, but here we are. It's any increment you like. Power bids are welcome. Obviously, you know it's not going to be a lot of competition tonight. That's great news, because my goodness, you might just get it at who knows what. I have no idea, because this is a live show. So I have no predictions. I've learned not to even make predictions at this point, because just when you think you got it all figured out after doing this every day for 26 years, you guys have a way of surprising us. So here it is, any increment. Oh, and by the way, if you get it for 10 bucks, you still get 10% off. Now, the more that you put into the bid, the more you will save. Not that that's a reason to give me $10,000, because the ring is only $49.99 to start. So don't bid more than $5,000, because that's the price I could do it for tonight on my own. Auctions are not allowed during sale events. They're just not. But every now and then I got to do something to make sure we are broadcasting. And I still don't have a verification on that. $500 now, I think we are. So I believe now we got 500 bucks, and I'm going to try it on for you as well. Who's our bidder? And thank you so much for giving us a $500 open here to start. It's a $49.99 ring, because that is a very important diaspora. Obviously, we've elevated it with the yellow diamonds quite a bit. We don't need to do that. We don't usually do that. And here it is. And I had a great diaspora that was sold instantaneous last night, and it didn't have any yellow diamonds. It had, well, actually, no, I take that back. They were actually 2 yellow diamonds, right? But it was all way more. And yeah, $800 has been bid. Thank you. $800. Remember, kind of a metric is that there's always $2,000 in a gold band no matter what. That's how it begins. $800 has been bid. It's any increment you want, and we're going to give it a couple of moments here to get everyone in. But so far, just 2 bidders. So that's awfully nice. We have $1,500. Thank you so much. $1,500's been bid over here. Thank you much. We got $1,500. And again, we're a ways away from even the cost on the gold band or the stone or the diamonds or really any individual aspect of the ring. But that's the way the auctions are going to go tonight. So who knows? I might auction for the rest of the show. It's just a matter of getting everything out the door. That's my job. So I show up here every day to this day just because I want to make sure that great jewelry goes out. I know that if we did not exist, because it's true. I mean, people say this to me all the time, like, I don't know. I would not own fine jewelry if you guys didn't exist. And I completely 100% agree. I don't think there's a way to own fine jewelry of this caliber. If we didn't exist, you would have to either have 2 options. You either go without or you have to have a lot of money. We have how much? $1,600. So 2 bidders still. But again, isn't that true? And I don't know where you shop, because you all live in different places across this country, and some of you are in big cities, some of you are in rural areas, some of you are in small towns, but there's not a lot of diaspora out there in the world to be offered. I have yet to see it in a retail store, and I live in one of the bigger cities in the world. So it's just, again, it's a very sparsely known. It hasn't really hit that marketplace level because there's just not enough of it. So $1,600 has been bid. 17 now. Thank you. 2 bidders are going back and forth, and we still welcome you on in. If you haven't bid as of yet, it sounds like we're slowing a bit on the number of bids we're getting, and that's kind of shocking when you got a $5,000 ring, and you're still going to be saving 10%. So whatever this miracle, top bid that you win it at is going to be, you're going to have extra savings on the way of 10%, and that's awfully nice as well. So 17 the bid. Do we have 18 over here? It's down to it. We've got a couple of people just back and forth here. You're welcome to come on in. We're at 17. We're looking for 18 or more. Power bids, again, are highly advised because it is a great strategy to play. You know we're far away from what the ring cost us to make. That's a fact that anyone would know with that 3-carat. I'm just going to make a little addendum there. It's 324. So 324 on the diaspora. So I just recognize that, and I hope that doesn't, it's only about, yeah, I got 50 points change there. But 324 on the diaspora, but everything else is correct. So here we are at 1,700. That's it. Last call. Done? All right. Done, done, done. Nobody else. Well, actually, we have to, how much? 1750. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give it a final call here. We've got 1750. It's going to be 2 minutes, so y'all know that there's a last little runway here to get you in. And I know there's a lot of people like to wait to the very last couple of minutes because you know the end of the auction is near. Oh, the end is near. As they say, it sounds so ominous, but it just means great jewelry is on the way to your house. And at a price tag that's a lot better than the $49.99 I should have been getting. So that's a beautiful thing. And welcome on in. Last little bit here. We've got the halfway point of the show. We got our big Tanzanite coming up. We got museum coming up at teeny little prices, but here it is right now. Starting off the museum at a teeny price right now. $17.50, 2 minutes on the clock. Let's go. Sounds like we have 18 over here. You do? All right. $1,800 has been bid. So we're at 18. There's a couple of people going in little increments now at this point in time with the 2 minutes, though, left on the clock. So 18's the bid to beat. Here we are with our last 2 minutes remaining. Last chance, last call, and good luck. Here's our last couple of 100 seconds to go to get you in. Then we have some diamond heart-shaped convertible style earrings. Plenty of museums still here. We've got more museum on the way. I'm thinking the big turquoise is going to be a lot of fun for us all who are looking for something more affordable to get in the world of jewelry, but very high-end. We're going to bring that out to you. Pendants are here. Paraiba is still here. We got so much to show you. But again, last call on our Thursday, minute 20 left. Last call on the diaspora. And I might just do auctions for the whole rest of the night. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll tell you, I would just skip what else you were doing for the next 90 minutes and stay right here and buy up our inventory. Because you could probably get, for a couple $1,000s, you could buy a couple $1 million worth of jewelry in the next few minutes. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Stay with us here. We're going to keep it going and give you all the values. And our final minute now remains at $1,800 on the diaspora with the yellow diamonds and the white diamonds together. What a value. And again, it is really, I think, the lighter competition night, really helping somebody get a value on this one, no doubt about it. Our kunzite fancy cut is still here. We've got some gorgeous white diamond earrings that are here in heart shapes that are multiple ways to wear, just like the necklace we brought you earlier. And we've got some really cool Alexandrite earrings. There's a color change sphene that is the largest we have at a 7 carat. So I can show you all those. We have a tennis bracelet that's got 4 carats in diamonds, but it looks like it's got 50 carats in diamonds. Here's our tennis bracelet. Look at that. Isn't that great? With the pear shapes made up of baguettes and rounds. That's here in 18 karat gold. I have a Paraiba necklace that's here with a 70 pointer. And we even have a cashmere sapphire that I haven't. Oh yeah, the 221's here too if anyone wants to see it. All right, last call. That's it. Sold. Congratulations. Bye-bye, diaspora. And then here we are. This is that big sphene, 713, and the sphene that changes color. If you are looking for one of our larger stones, I might just ask them to repolish that just because I think it needs a little polishing, but that's no problem. We've got the folks that can do that, but take a look at that stone. If you want the 7 carat 13, let me know there. That's a really cool style. We do have the really the neat diamond earrings. These are our front-facing hoops that we do that are very designer, and this matches that bracelet really well. You can tell it's the same designer that does these illusion styles where lots of smaller stones come together to make the look of bigger stones, and different cuts make the look of another cut. In other words, these are baguettes and they are rounds, but they make up the look of marquise cuts in an earring that faces forward where you see them like this on the hand, so you can check this out. And because they don't sit all that well by themselves, but that's not where they're going to be anyways. They're not sitting on a table at home, they're sitting on your ears. And you see how they have these great designs where it's going to be this really cool wraparound, but they're all facing those diamonds up front. It's item number 112, 50, 15, and it's in the solid 18 karat white gold. That's a huge opportunity. I love 18 karat gold for earrings especially. So again, really wear well. And then you see there's a left and a right design. And there's a way strategically we want you to think about putting them on, because this, if you look at it, oh look, they're bent. They're not bent. That's what everyone would say at home. Oh look, they're bent. She put them in a bag and stepped on them. No, they're supposed to be this way because this part goes around the back and looks like it's attaching when it's not, because we don't want to make things complicated. This is your post butterfly backing. So when you put them on, and I'm going to show you here, I'm just going to set one down up close for you, because I want you to see the close-up of all these magnificent diamonds, which, hold on, they're going to need my assistance, but I also need to take off my own earring to show you what these look like on. They are so beautiful, and when you have them on, 1.25 inches in the length, but they're going to wrap around so that they look like they're attaching, and I'll show you here what they do, because this is really the coolest part of them, is that you can see how you've got this look where, again, I'm just going to hope that it stays there without a backing, but you can see what they're doing so that they're looping around. You can obviously wear them the other way as well if you choose to, but really this gives you that whole very special, like a little illusion of a wraparound where it's attaching without it having to do so. So they're about to fall, but that's where I'm going to prop them up a little bit for you. Let's go ahead and take them on down. 172 in the baguettes, 81 points in the rounds. That's going to be a total of 253. And we're going to blow them out right now. That's what they look like facing forward. Here's all that detail and quality. And of course, those white bright diamonds in the baguettes and the rounds together. There's only one pair. We're going to send them on out and we're going to get you a great value on the diamond earrings. I can't believe it. 2.5 carats in diamonds in the 18 karat gold. They stay in the white gold. That's what creates that beautiful look of those bigger white diamonds. It looks as if you're wearing, those would be like equivalent to 1/2 carat marquise cuts going all the way around. And you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 of them. So it'd be like getting 28 marquise cuts. Do you know how pricey that would be to get 28 1/2 carat marquise cuts? But they give you so much more life than a marquise even can, thanks to the rounds and the baguettes working together. There's different ways they play with the light. That's what creates that beautiful look. Let's take them below $9,999. Been here, done that. We've seen that. We're not interested in $99.99. We're interested in giving you the blowout. And this is the day to do it. Mother's Day weekend sale event. It's already started. We're giving you more than 3 hours. This week, we want to give you 15 total hours. Down to, though, at this point, 13 hours of shopping for 10% off. So let us know what you'd like to have in the collection. And we're going to make these $3,999. So for the first time ever, they're also $400 extra off that. So $35.99 instead to get your big luxury diamond earrings. And a new way to do a hoop. Still gives you that open work, still gives you that bigger presence in that they're 1.25 inches, and I'll show you that here. But they're also easy to put on, post and butterfly backing. Here's that length that they're going to offer. So you see, yep, they are 1.25 inches, but everything faces forward and gives you that elite look of a larger style diamond throughout the earring, but up close where you can really enjoy, and they're so flattering on. So that's a really fun earring, especially for those that like something a little more just unexpected, designer, really unique and different, because there's only so many types of earrings that are out there. It's why we live our lives in studs and hoops and drops, but this is really kind of a little different variation of your basic hoop, that's for sure, and gives you a lot of look. And I know it's already a lot of diamond weight, but what it looks like is so much more. If that was a 25 karat diamond earring, you'd be looking at probably $200,000. We're at $39.99 for $253 in those luxury diamonds. All right, next up, we've got a really cool cat's eye chrysoberyl. We're going to do this one in the, actually, no, I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to do this really important Windsor. So this is one of the rarest sapphires in the world, and it's nice. We touched on really rare sapphires last evening with our cashmeres. I've got this Windsor. The only thing that could really be rarer than a cashmere is a Windsor. It's a mine in Tanzania that's only produced a few, and the difference between regular sapphires and Windsor sapphires is there are 2 colors here. It's a zoned sapphire that grew naturally this way with a very distinctive pink and purple in the same stone. There's a lot of purple sapphires and pink sapphires on their own. Very rarely do they come together. The Windsor mine brings us that. So 112-9670. It's going to be our unheated Windsor. They all are, by the way. All the Windsor sapphires of the world are unheated. This is the emerald cut, which always shows off the duality of color the best way possible. Again, it's pink and purple together. A diamond shape. Think diamonds like a diamond on a playing card. That's the shape you have here overall with the pave diamonds. Then your bail. And the bail looks lovely as well. And here we go, 3/4 inch, first caller gets it. It's not even $1,000. These are some of the most expensive sapphires I've ever been able to bring in my career. There have only been a few ever on the air, and we're not doing $9.99 either. It's lower than that for one caller. Try these. They're exclusive. They're rare. They're different. They're also, much like the cashmeres, considered an urban myth of gemstones. Most people have heard of them and never seen one in person. I'm talking about big time collectors. Collectors, people that are in the trade, who work and deal in gems every day. They've rarely seen these available into the public, and we're going to bring it down to $888. You get it for $799. 10% happening for the next 84 minutes or so. So let's keep that going. The big values are here. The really fantastic offerings are here. Let me show this one from a distance as well. And then we are literally 23 minutes away. Stay right here. I am about to debut something that is a recent addition to our collection. It was on the air recently for an 8-carat 07 tanzanite in the bridge style. Had it just the other day. Oh no, don't tell me it doesn't fit. We had it just the other day for $13,999. We're going to bring it down to a new price tag in about 20 minutes. Do not go anywhere. It's going to be, hear me out, record-setting pricing. Let's show this on the neckline as well, just so you can see one more look at the Windsor with those hot pinks and purples together. I love that little, it almost looks like our little North Star design that we do, that we have so much fun with here in Just Diamonds, but to have that Windsor centered up on this great design. Looks very mod, very cool, and it's only $7.99 at checkout. So how about that? $88.80 off, and you get that really important stone. We also have alexandrites and really beautiful. I saw a stone here. I was shocked because it looked like Mahenge, but it's actually an imperial topaz. So we got a real pink imperial. I'm going to stay with a hand shot here, and we're going to do a little crocodile action here. And this is one of those more high-end, sophisticated designer looks in a brooch. And it's 112-80-20. And I just wanted to show it to you because this is our last time ever showing it. And I'm sad. And it's probably going to stay here because we're not all into brooches. But I will tell you right now, I'm going to advise my fashion-loving ladies out there to get into it. Get into a brooch, because you need to have one good brooch. I've been saying this for years. I have one good brooch. It stays in my car. It's not even fine jewelry, and I don't care. And you know what? It costs more money than this one ever will. And mine's in costume jewelry because it's from one of those big-time Italian designers. But I need it and love it because there's always a way that sometimes you just need a little extra, or sometimes the outfit just needs a little something. And it's amazing when you add a brooch, the kind of sophisticated level, suddenly you look like you're on a different level and a different playing field than everybody else, even of your fashionista friends. And this is 8020 in 18-karat gold. And it's all done in the yellow gold with the texturing and then the diamonds in the bezel set eyes. And this is a South Sea white pearl that's 10 millimeters that he's holding on to. And the brooch right there through the back. It goes horizontally through the back of basically along his back. But again, the coolest piece. And even if you wanted to take away all that cool workmanship, all those details, you have more gold in 18 karat than what I'm pricing this at. And there's a free South Sea pearl and big old diamonds. Take a look at it on the against the ruler here, and then I'll show it on. If you wanted to have, if you had a bigger chain, you could probably put it on a chain and wear it as a pendant, but it's really meant to be a brooch. It's pretty heavy. So I would say it'd have to be a pretty significant chain. It's 1.5 inches in the top to bottom, and it's 2 inches wide, as you will see showing here. And that goes from the very, side to side point there. Let's show it on as well so you can see what it looks like from a distance. If you did, just because you're used to seeing this perspective on every little thing, so helps to see it from a distance away. And then we're going to show it up close because I want you to see all the details, the texturing. Let me zoom back because obviously this is one of the bigger pieces we're ever going to show you. And here's what it looks like up close and personal, where you can see all the different details. Yeah, I'm putting them upside down here just to show you all the details this has. Let me go ahead and get the bigger tweezers out here as well. And this is one only, one and one alone. So make sure you're on the phone lines as quickly as can be here, because even the scales, you see, that's very typical, where you see it's really true to life here. The smaller scales, the larger scales, that gorgeous pearl, the big diamonds. I love the details with the nose there. Isn't that cool? He looks almost like he's got a little smirk or a grin, like, because he's playing with a pearl. So, he's not in his menacing type of mode here. He's not in that menacing, mean mode or mood. He's really just having a good time, having some fun, right? It's a really fabulous piece, and it's under $10,000. And we're blowing it out right now for $2,999 only. And you'll get $300 off that price as well. So $26.99 instead on a ton of 18 karat gold, a very important 10 millimeter South Sea, and the diamonds, the big diamond eyes there. And it's a brooch, and you check it out and you get this incredible value, and it's a personality piece that you can add to any lapel, scarf. Menswear right now is huge. Maybe you don't want to go buy a whole new wardrobe. Clothes are expensive these days. If you get decent clothes, it's expensive, right? Maybe you just put on the same black blazer and add this to the lapel. You will feel brand new. It's like, don't invest into the new wardrobe. You have the classic pieces. You have the classic dresses and the suits and the linen blazer and that you have those. add a brooch, and so many different ways to wear it from, again, it can be accessorizing anything really. And this is $26.99. Amazing when you consider all that detail of that 18 karat solid gold. All right, we're going to move on. We've got the crocodile here. We've got just a few minutes away from our big old tanzanite coming up here in a record breaking. Look at that. Just so much gleam and glow. It's probably my favorite tanzanite we've had in that emerald cut. Also have some great pendants. Let's show you the big mandarin, the big blue zircon. I've got choices in pendants. As we take a look at 113, 1073, the mandarin garnet, bright, beautiful, and so clean. One of the brand new pieces of the show tonight. The oval is 3 carats 39. It's in 18 karat gold, and it's got 45 points in diamonds. This is that triple halo because it's actually 2 1/3. There's a 2-row halo on the outside of the stone and another halo on the side profile. So that is 18 karat gold. Now I also have the same pendant in a blue zircon. So let me hold that thought there on the mandarin, and let me show you the blue zircon. That's a 780 with 61 points in diamonds. Just a little larger. And that's going to be our blue zircon. So there are the two pendants. We'll start with the mandarin garnet, and then we'll bring out the bigger blue zircon. But here goes the mandarin. 45 points in diamonds, 18 karat white, yellow, or rose. You get a choice there of your gold color. Let us know on that crocodile brooch. That's got to go before we melt it. I can make probably 20 different rings out of that one brooch, but that's why at $29.99 it's such a mega value. But here we are on the mandarin. How rare is it to get that 339 size and still have clarity? It's remarkable to get a 1 carat mandarin that has any clarity. This is the 339 with that perfect clarity. Don't forget about the Windsor. Jason, did you pick something up, or is that just a request? We've got requests. Finally, we got a request coming in. Love to hear those. Keep them coming. And then the mandarin is going to be, you know what, let's blow it out right now. 16,000. Yikes. We got a lot of museum pieces tonight. That's for sure. I will not leave them with museum price tags, though. We're going to take this down to only, you know what, not $99.99. Let's keep on rocking here. We've got some big values. Let's take it lower than 9,000, 8,000, 7,000, 6,000. It's one of our larger mandarins in the whole place. And yet we're taking it even lower than 69, 59, 49. This is 18 karat. Choose your gold color. Look at the profile halo as well. You get 3 rows in diamonds, 2 up top, 1 on the sides, and great finishing on the back. Put your favorite chain with it, and let's show it from a distance before I drop it yet again in the price tag. Here's what it looks like, as bright as can be. Truly is one of the better pieces we've seen in mandarin. One of the most expensive stones in the world is mandarin garnet. It's up there with Paraíba pricing. 7/8 of an inch top to bottom. Here's what it looks like from a distance away on the neckline. What a great color to wear with just everything. It's amazing how I think orange gets a little bit of a bad rap because I think we don't usually wear it head to toe, but then you realize it's such a great color to pair up with other things that always tends to work with other colors really well as an accent, as a really nice little feature to go with something else. Blues, purples, reds, yellows, greens. It tends to work so well with so many other colors you might pair it with. And it's only $3,999 with $400 off. If you want to take advantage of 10% off, why not? That's the beauty of shopping tonight. You get that extra discount and value. So $39.99 for that one. And then we've got the blue zircon. Now it's larger, but let's just show you the blue zircon really quickly because obviously the mandarin's going to go. That price tag is way too low for that size. Here's our 7 carat 80 blue zircon. This item number is 1080. It'll be a 780 stone, 61 points in diamonds. It's a little larger stone, so it takes more diamonds to go around it. And it's only going to be, oh yeah, it's 18 karat gold as well. So you get the same kind of setting here. Same finishing, same side halo, pave around the edges. This would be our 780, 61 points, 18 karat gold, white, yellow, rose. And that is bright, beautiful, rich electric blue colors as only the blue zircon can deliver. And yet a mined out stone and a 780 size, and I'm making it the same price as the mandarin garnet. It's $39.99 with $400 off, so it will be only $35.99 instead. and a big value right then and there, and only going to be just that one. Our tanzanite is coming up at the top of the hour. We have a big turquoise as well, and all the museum pieces hanging out with us. We still have that big cashmere, that huge opal, got so many luxury items. We're going to see diamonds galore throughout our entire weekend because we know our moms love our diamonds, and diamonds are tough like moms are. Moms are tough, right? They got to be. They got to be the strongest women out there. So we are bringing you a lot of diamond specials throughout the week. We're going to start some of those tonight coming up as well, like our diamond drop earrings that are convertible style. This one I'm going to take a look also, again, a little larger size here overall. That's why it's got more diamond weight. So take a look. That is some electric blue color right there. Aren't gems just amazing? The color that can be natural from the earth and yet as vibrant and neon as it is. And there you see that bright as can be color that is truly neon in every respect. So we'll go back up close, give you one last look at it. $35.99. That's it. All right. So our first request for David is actually, this is perfect timing, a blue zircon ring. Here's our blue zircon ring for you, David. 112-6641. I'm going to put a little note here to have some rhodium done on the sides, but we're going to do 6641, our 489, and brighter turquoise, even brighter than that last mandarin we just saw, in that beautiful color, and yet we got another mark down here for you as well. It's a 489 with 14 points in diamonds that are going to go around the halo, but then kind of weave their way through the cutout details of the side of this one of a kind, and a brand new drop in price. Hello, Mother's Day weekend. That's what it's about. Look at how really gemmy that stone is. That's got some great cutting. The ovals are spectacular. Blue zircons are spectacular. All the zircon world, double refractive, so known to give us a lot of brightness. But you see here, this one's really on point. Very electric coloring, beautiful cutting. This is really a challenge to cut. I've spoken to a lot of lapidaries through the years, and one of my roots in TV are actually from interviews. I hosted a talk show for a long, long time. There was a 30-minute live talk show, and I would, interview everybody, just important, prominent people from the world, from, professional athletes to politicians to other TV personalities. And one of the questions, and I loved asking questions. I'm very curious by nature. I'm very inquisitive, and I love information, and I grasp and just absorb information. And I feel like a lot of us who want to, take our passions and learn more about it, I think that's always to me, that's how you know what your passion is what do you want to always know more about? And if you always are exploring that genre, that's really where your passion lies. And so when I'm always talking to lapidaries, one of my favorite questions is, what are your stones you don't like to cut? Because there's always going to be those things that are a little more challenging with gemstones because of the way the structures are built in Mother Nature. Some stones are a little easier to cut than others, and this is what every lapidary I've ever spoken to, when I've asked that question of what's the most difficult gemstone, what are the gemstones that stress you out a bit to cut, and it's always going to be the zircons because they are so dense that they can be a huge challenge to cut. And that's why the cutting so often, more often than not, is off center. So you see some miscutting done with a lot of zircons. That's why I like to point out a stone like this is really perfection in the cutting. You see it right there. It's symmetrical in the cutting. This is just such a challenge with this stone. And so to get that bigger size, to have the great cutting, all of that. And lapidaries, some just won't even deal with the zircons because they are so challenging. But let's go ahead and let's bring it on down. Give it a great price tag from $39.99. Send it on out right away. Give you that great value. It's not going to be even $2,000. Welcome into Thursday. We got an hour left to go in our Thursday night. Very excited to have y'all with us tonight. What a thrill. We've got a very important tanzanite that I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. We're going to find a way to get a mega tanzanite out the door that was just here for $13,999 a couple of days ago. So this is going to get interesting. We're going to do something wild at the top of the hour. I wouldn't go anywhere. It's only 9 minutes away. But if you'd like this particular zircon ring, it's not $19.99. $18.88, $17.77. Let's blow it out. $16.99. First caller, and then I'm going to try it on for you. Of course, you've got an extra $170 off that price as well. And look at that thing glow. All these bright colors surrounding me. We got bright colors here and bright colors here and bright colors here, and yet the brightest thing on your screen is by far the zircon. by far. It is so beautiful, bright, breathtaking. So that's going to be $16.99, but remember you got your 10% off as well, and it's in any gold. So if you would rather have it in yellow gold or in rose gold, we can do that. Otherwise, if you do opt to keep it in the white gold, we'll have that re-rhodiumed, and we'll give it an extra little bath of rhodium and bathe it in that rhodium so it's all pristine for you. But that's a really, really good zircon there. So look at the stone, because that stone is what really what counts, and it's a nice big stone at nearly 5 carats in the size. So thrilled to have that for you. We also have a big pink tourmaline and some really cool cabochon bicolor. This is something you don't see every day. A cabochon bicolor tourmaline. Look at this. This is watermelon tourmaline, but in a cabochon cut. And so instead of being vertically split, you've got that different look where it's the left side is green and the right side is pink, and that split is going, actually the split is vertical, so you've got that horizontal split of the east and west. Yeah, do you want the zircon? All right, zircon ring gone. Congratulations on that one. Here we are with a very cool sculptural design. It's all in platinum. It's 1125916, and it's a very, very special cabochon, but still showing off clarity, showing off about 80% green and 20% pink, and a beautiful 326 bicolor tourmaline. Bezel set, diamonds around it. Love the way they're done. Some of the diamonds set along the side edge here. The others are more clustered on top of this spoon, if you will, of platinum. It is a one only, and what a discount. Heavy ring here, though. I always am surprised this isn't a bracelet or a big pendant when I pick it up, because it's so heavy. And it's really got that heft of the platinum. Let me show it to you on, because you're going to see what it looks like from a distance, and you'll still be able to make out those very distinctive colors. And it really is a cat's eye, because, which never happens in tourmaline outside of the indicolites we've had, because look, that chatoyancy that's at the break between the colors is actually giving a little bit of movement. So it's a cat's eye bicolor tourmaline. And that's wild. It's only described as a cabochon bicolor. There's a cat's eye cabochon bicolor. It's a lot happening in one stone. And the value here is everything. One caller, back up close we go, and let's take it on down. Look at that cat's eye. That's the coolest thing ever, isn't it? Just, you don't expect that. We've had a couple indicolites before that have had cat's eyes. They're some of the most expensive stones we've ever brought. This is cat's eye bicolor watermelon tourmaline. All of those categories into one stone. That and the fact that it's also this beautiful oval bezel, tons of platinum. This looks the essence of designer jewelry, does it not? Just really unique. Bet you don't have a ring like this already. Bet you don't have 3 or 4 sitting in the jewelry box. We're all guilty of that, where it's like we look in the jewelry box and everything kind of looks the same, because we like what we like. So a lot of times we'll gravitate towards the same colors or the same mountings or the same styles. It is so much fun to step outside the box a little bit. I prioritize that in everything I shop for at this point, because I really just enjoy having something a little different, just to make my everyday. You know, life gets kind of routine sometimes. Nice to have little individual kind of perks that, whether it's fashion or jewelry or anything else, that separates you. You know, it's just, again, it's a lot of fun to have fabulous different items, and it's really what makes, I think, just shopping fun. It makes what fashion is fun, and yet this one's not going to be that $39.99, and it's just so unique and special and one of a kind, and one only. Got to blow it out if we're going to make this this deal happen and make everybody happy. It's all about the discounts tonight. We'll take it lower than $2,000 or $19.99. Here's the moment. It's not even $1,500. I'm blowing it out for $14.99. You get $150 off. So $14.99, you're taking that down by 10%. That's $13.49 at checkout. How incredible is that stone? And yet cat's eye tourmaline, not exactly what we expect to see. We see cat's eyes in tiger's eye, not we, because we don't have them here. We don't do tiger's eye. But we see cat's eye phenomenals typically in just a few assorted stones out there, like chrysoberyls every now and then, like I said, the indicolites that we'll have. But in this bicolor, how rare. And $13.49, all said and done. You get it, you own it, it's yours. You know what? $13.50, can't beat it. So again, great sale chance, and I know we're busy on that one. We love the rare. And again, the unique and the rare is what usually doesn't come down to incredibly affordable prices. This one does. This one is. Okay, I've got my top imperial topaz. I'm just going to show it to you. This had a boatload of money attached to it, and you're about to see why. Best looking imperial. Who's got the bicolor? You've got it. All right, congratulations. Here we go. This is so rare. This is imperial topaz. It's 113-0501. I thought it looked more like Padparacha or Mahenge spinel. which are very important stones in their own right, but this is one of the most important out there. It's Ouro Preto Brazilian, one source imperial topaz that's more pink than it is gorgeous yellow orange. Look at that. Clean, bright, saturated in platinum. 52 points. We are only 3.5 minutes away from our tansy deal, and turquoise still to come. So that's going to be a lot of fun as well. And again, I think we have got a lot of new shoppers joining us here for our last hour as usual. So things are going to start to get busy, and we're going to go ahead and make sure this goes. Triple split shank, but love the clusters of diamonds through the middle. Here's what it looks like on the hand. It's a band style, so it makes it a little more wearable than, let's say, those big flowery cocktail rings that sometimes are a little bit more for only special occasions. Here's your more wearable band, but that stone is everything. As rare as it gets in the imperial world, here we are. And it's so aptly named imperial. I think a lot of people hear topaz and they say, oh, that's $5 a carat. Some is. Some of that topaz out there, that colorless variety that they coat with like a saran wrap of pink plastic, that's different. It's not what we're looking at here. This is the best of pure, natural, unheated, untreated, what we call precious. And we all know the definition of what precious means. Precious topaz. There is only one topaz in the world regarded as precious topaz. That is what you're looking at right here and now. This imperial is so rare. And again, there's not a lot of talk about this mine. I'm in touch with the mine owner. Very little left. It could have been actually done and depleted and closed years ago. There's been really nothing. They haven't done the official closure of the mine, but there hasn't been anything produced or yielded or actually any rough material extracted in years. So for all intents and purposes, it's done. And we're looking at our gorgeous Ouro Preto Premium Imperial, and that one's going to be less than even, nope, I can't do $79.99 tonight and expect it to go. We have 2 minutes till our top of the hour and our Tanzanite headliner. This is going to be the most incredible deal. But all you need to do right now is I need an Imperial Topaz collector who wants the most more pink than it is yellow or orange, that's for sure. And it's not even half that price at $4,000. We're taking it lower than $39, lower than $29. Somebody's taking this platinum ring with all those diamonds as well. And it's not even going to be $4,000 or $3,000 or even $2,500. $2,499 and $250 extra off that. $22.49 at checkout. That is it. Last call, $22.49 at checkout. It's unbelievable. And then we've got our top of the hour 1 minute away. So we'll give that 60 seconds, and then we are going to get to that Tanzanite deal. I have been, it's taken everything I've had to not show this in the last 2 hours, but I think that you're going to be glad we waited, because this value is about to go off script, if you will. This one is going to be off the hinges. It's going to be so good. 112-7377 will be next. And then we've still got museum pieces to share with you. Best emerald, best sapphire, best mahenge are here. We've got a really good turquoise pendant that matches the ring we had last night that was so popular. So that's going to be coming up. Imperial Topaz, $22.49. Who's got it? We're about to find out. And then here we are with the ultimate Tanzanite deal. When our blue wing block Ds are few and far between, we're going to start our hour off so right. It's our last hour. Boy, is it going to be a big one too. It's 112-7377. Let me go ahead and take a look at it. 10 more seconds on the Imperial. Who will be taking that one? Giving it the greatest home. Total collector's piece there. All right. It's tansy time. Here it is. Giving it a few flashes throughout the broadcast. Our last hour of Thursday is here, and 10% off every single thing in our inventory. There has been one request, and it flew on out. Jason, do you have a request? Ooh, I would have to check. Let me do that real quick. Take a look at the tansy. I'm going to get a ring size on one of our previous items. Let me see what that is. I think offhand it was about a 7 or 8, but let me check and see exactly what it is. It is right now a 6.5 on the cashmere. Are you speaking of the 235, I'm assuming? Okay, yeah, 235, 6.5 is the current ring size on that cashmere. We are now talking about a major, major Tanzanite, but I do want to officially welcome everybody to the show because this is hugely important. We've all been waiting for this. I've given it a couple looks. There are certain blue wings that do incredible things beyond just color. And cutting plays a big factor in that. This is my 807. We are giving you 10% off everything for a little early Mother's Day celebration, getting you ready for Sunday, which we are here live, but I want to give you some opportunities to get something you love before that brunch happens or before that big celebration happens, so you can treat yourself. And we're doing the biggest discount we do at 10%. No final sale attached to that either. So shop with confidence. This is my 807. We've been flashing it in, showing off the reds, the blues, the purples, and here's what I need you to know. For those of you that have never watched this show before, if we've never met before, if we haven't shopped together for the last 26 years, or if we've shopped together 26 minutes, whatever it is, you need to understand one simple thing when you see Museum Reserve Blue Wing Block D. It is only here. That is what exclusive means. This is nowhere else, and everywhere else that's selling you tanzanite, there are some better qualities than others, but none will rival, none will top, and none will equal what we bring you here. So as long as we understand that, that's the most important thing to know, as we also are about to do some serious discounting on the price tag to bring you an 807 fabulous, flawless emerald cut that is showing all the reds, showing all the blues, showing all the purples, but also in a bridge mounting, which are FYI being discontinued. Now, unless gold falls to $20 an ounce, which it likely won't. Even when I started the business, it was 200 bucks an ounce. That was a lot of years ago, 26 of them. If you're more familiar with today's gold pricing, it's closer to $5,000 an ounce. So gold would have to drop tremendously, and then we can bring back bridge mountings. Try saying that 2 times fast. Bring back the bridge mountings. Bring back the bridge mountings. Okay, good, I'm a pro. But here we are, where no more bridge mountings can be produced because they're too pricey. And you aren't going to like it if suddenly my bridge mountings you've seen for $4,000 before are suddenly $20,000. It doesn't make any sense. So just know that these bridge mountings are scarce going forward. Jason, did you have any more questions about the cashmere? Thank you very much. Our cashmere is gone. Now we're talking about an 807. And by the way, I still have a 221 if anyone wants to see it. Those were the 2 left from yesterday. The 235 is now gone. Here's our 807 Museum Reserve Emerald Cut Stunner. There are 3 rows in diamonds completely from side to side and running underneath the stone. That's where we call bridge mounting. That's why it gets that name. You see all those diamonds through it. Now, this one is sized pretty small for some reason, and I'm not sure why. It's going to be sized for you, but look at this. First of all, I've only seen this in one other stone before. Are you seeing this viewpoint? It's easy to see that there are some north-south facets here that are creating some undeniable neon reds, blues, electric violets. But I'm concentrating on what's happening at the upper region of the stone, towards the tweezers there at about 12 o'clock, where you see rainbows that are going vertically through the stone. Don't see that typically. The same thing would happen at the base of the stone. Look at this. Oh my goodness. A big part of this is not just the beauty and saturation level beyond of the stone, but the way the diamonds are showing through it. This is a perfectly cut individual stone that happens to have 3 rows in diamonds going all the way. Here's your viewpoint, where you see that stone completely cradled by a basket and prongs, but the diamonds running completely underneath, and look at all the full finishing on the inside. Diamond weight is 76 points. Look at that gem. Isn't that remarkable? Electric reds, brightness and beauty. Now, there's a few people out there selling tanzanites, i.e. everybody. If you have a jewelry store that doesn't have tanzanite, you probably, are not looking at a jewelry store. If it's a jewelry store, they're going to have tanzanite. It's a very popular stone. But what you see in retail, $10,000, $20,000 per carat for a lighter quality material is one thing. Even out there, and listen, TV is a tough business. There's only so many of us that exist anymore selling fine jewelry, very few of us. Best price you're probably going to find is, $600, $800 a carat. I've seen the bigger companies, the 24-hour places that at this point aren't doing a lot of jewelry because jewelry is really tough. But I will say those bigger places, they have $3,800 a carat for a very subpar material, light washed out lavenders. That's probably something that my true gem girls out there are not going to be, you're not going to be caught up in that. There's a better way. There's a better value. But even on a competitive level, if you're looking at, let's say, a nice block D, not blue wing, that's only here again, but if you're looking at a nice block D, $600, $700 a carat. We obviously should and are entitled to ask for more, given that it's a better quality than what you can find anywhere else. Yet we have that stringent expectation of, no, just having quality is not good enough. It has to be the best value too. And I mean literally the best There's no gray area there. The best is the best. So we already have the best quality. Now we just need to come up with the best price, because otherwise doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. If the better is less money, shouldn't that be the way you go? Shouldn't that be how you upgrade your tanzanite? Wouldn't that be the gift to celebrate Mom's Day with the best variety of tanzanite? I think it is. And we're going to show you here a perfect example of that in your choice of gold color. I'd like to try it on. It's going to have to be on a pinky at this moment if I try it on, because it's just right now size 3. But that's not where I would wear it. Just FYI, I'm going to show you here so you get a little size perspective, but I really think we're going to wear it likely here, or here, or here, and we're going to size it accordingly to where you want to wear it. But that's the perspective we like to see with every ring. Now, look at what that does from a distance with those red flashes. This ring was here 2 weeks ago for $13,999. You might remember as we take another look at it up close. That's where it's hanging out with that triple row of diamonds running underneath. And then, of course, let's not forget there's 2 big rows. It's like a suspension bridge is what it is. Think like Golden Gate, right? Some good ones in Pittsburgh, where you've got those outer rows in gold reaching up. It's 5 rows in gold in total. It's a nice white band. That's not a $2,000 gold band. There's about $4,800 worth of gold in this ring. So put all that aside, and we're looking at $14,000 mega value because the big tanzanite, the diamonds galore. We're going to do something wild. I can't leave it at $13,000. This is about a discount on top of a discount. You save 10% off of whatever I do. Here's what I'm going to offer you. If you'd like to get it for less than $13,999, I don't blame you. We're not all made of money, okay? And we all want to save. And it does not matter. You want the best quality. If the best quality is going to be a better price than what they're asking for out there for lower quality, there's no reason to buy the lower quality. Absolutely none. I can still see a number of you saying to me, I'm willing to forgo a little bit of quality if it's less money. Let me make sure that you don't have to make that decision. I want you to be able to say yes to the best. Let's do it. It's not going to be $10,000. This is an auction moment. This is a mega, mega value. I've got a really important, you know what I'll do? How about this? Let's not even do $10,000, $9,000, $8,000. We're going to start an auction, and this is going to get wild, because otherwise I got to leave it at $99.99 set sale price for today and then give you 10% off. That's still going to be, you know, close to $8,000. So what we're going to do is better. We're going to take it lower. We're going to give everyone the opportunity, and this is going to end up being a record-breaking price tag. I know there's a number of you that already have your tanzanites. You're done. You're closed. Your museum is complete. Your collection is complete. You're good to go. I still think you might be tempted by this one. But if you're done, you're done. If you don't have one, if you don't have an emerald cut yet, if you wanted to explore the bigger sizes, this is the way to go, because this is undeniably the best value I can bring you. And let's not forget that I'm still going to honor the 10% off, even on the auction, which is not starting at $8,000, not starting at $7,000, not starting at $6,000. Let's take a look at the ring, and we'll blow it out right now. Better than even $8,000 or $7,000 or $6,000 or $5,000, because, well, I got to sell some jewelry. And we're going to make this one the one that goes. And there's no question that we're looking at a value on an 8-carat emerald cut, those high-end cuts that we love. Diamonds running as a river underneath. True bridge design here. And yet, look at the beauty of that stone as it faces directly to your eye level. Look what that's doing. The rainbow effects, the bright reds, these electric blues. And all on a backdrop of the brightest violets that are out there. Vivid, intense blues and violets. Let me get the little fingerprint off of it. I just saw that little water spot, so let me get that off. And we're going to do better than even $5,000 to start. And my, oh my, if anyone's bothering to do the math right now, that'd be $5,000 with $500 off. That'd be $4,500. Now, what do I have on it? I don't know. Let's do this. We're going to make it even better than $5,000. How about $4,500 to get this thing going? $4,500, and then $10 increments, $4,500. If we ignore the 10% off, we're looking at an 807. That means right now $550 a carat. I've got an honest, sincere, genuine question to ask you all. Have you seen anything ever on $550 a carat for any tanzanite, even lower quality? That is the question. And I remember, I'm having a little flashback at this moment. when there was it was probably maybe 4 months ago, I was on the air talking about tanzanite, and somebody messaged me live on the air, my phone, and said, I just saw someone selling tanzanite for $500 a carat. And it was on another network. At the same time, I was talking about a better quality. And they were respectful. They said, you know, I understand yours is better, but I want you to know that somebody's out there right now selling it for $500 a carat. Here's what I'm going to do. I just had that flashback moment. And that's fabulous. And by the way, if it's lower diamond quality, fine. If it's less gold weight, fine. Some of you are still saying, I want to spend less. I don't care if I'm giving up some quality, I'll spend less. Let me do this. I'm going to go $4,000 a carat, and I'll tell you why. $4,000 a carat divided by 8.07, that's the carat weight, okay? We're right at 4, like, this is absolutely unheard of. You understand what's happening here? Because 4,500 divided by 807, that is remarkable. Remember, there's a major discount here of 10%. I'm going to drop this open to $4,000 because we want to change it up. I know a lot of us are saying, I'll spend a little bit more to get better. What if you don't have to? What if you're saying $4,000 divided by 8.07? I'm going exact here because I want to get the exact to the penny. That is $495.66 a carat. $495. It's not a weak color. It's not the pale, the light, the washed out. It's not this, are there diamonds, are there no diamonds, I can't tell. No, there's 76 points in VS diamonds. But what you might really want to think about here is that there is a 10% extra off happening. 10% extra. I'm starting at 4, which is already $495 a carat. I don't know who is going to touch that price or who is going to give you better. And then let's remember that would be 10% off. That's $400 back in your pocket. So that means you'd be looking at $3,600, which is where the real excitement comes in, because that math is going to be vastly different. That is $446 per carat. I have never seen that happen. Now, maybe you have. And if you have, you pick up that phone and you call me. I have not seen $446 a carat here. I have not seen it anywhere else. And any other material outside of TVON is going to be inferior quality. Inferior just means less quality. So what we're doing is, are you telling me we're getting you the best at a price tag that I don't think's ever been seen? That's why we need an open. Take a look, 60 seconds, bye-bye, it's going to go. For that, and we're not showing you a ring with some like indiscriminate amount of diamonds. We've got 76 points of diamonds running underneath what is $4,500 worth of gold. So I think we have hit the record-setting value here. And the question is, do we have viewers? That's the bigger question, because it doesn't matter what I do if nobody's here to see it. It's like the tree in the forest concept, kind of. You know what they say about the tree in the forest, and if you like, you can't, doesn't matter what kind of value I bring. But if you're obviously tuned in, hearing what I'm saying, doing the math yourself, realizing, wait a minute, that is the most, and maybe you've watched we've had tanzanite since 2018 from the Blue Wing Block D collection. Okay, we're going to skip that. I don't have the viewers. Or do we have the open at $4,000? Because this is ridiculous. It's $4,000 plus 10% off. I know this is why auctions are not supposed to happen, but that's when it says everything up there on that screen right there emblazoned, it's everything. So that means, yes, even on the pieces I choose to foolishly auction off. We are at $4,000, I understand. We have one bidder only. We're going to give it a final call. It's all I can do. I have been standing up here since 2018, and I don't think there's been a day that I have not had a Blue Wing Block D in a show. I don't recall one. So to not have a value ever stretched to this level before, because you have to remember that winning bid is going to be minus 10%. That's $400. Right now, we have a bidder. I don't know who it is, but we're going to find out. I have got a $4,000 bid. That means this ring is a done deal. But the question is, if you're saying, wait a minute, why should they get the value? And what about me? This has not happened. Since December of 2018, I've been showing you Blue Wing Block Ds here exclusively on this network. That is over 7 years of showing you blue wing block Ds. The best of the best of the best that's ever been mined since 1969. There's been one source, there's been one mine, and Block D has been gone for about 16 years. This was the best of the Block D. That's why it's got that extra stipulation, blue wing Block D, and the diamonds running underneath it, and all the gold, and your choice of gold color, and your ring size for free, and the free shipping, and the money back return policy, all of that for $3,600. And I know what you're saying, but Lolo, that's not what it says up there. That's after the 10% off. And $3,600 comes down to what, $440 some a carat? That never happens. Free gold, free diamonds. That is why you need to be dialing now. I have never had a value like this one on Museum Reserve Blue Wing Block D. It's never happened. So welcome into Thursday night. Welcome into the reason why you don't miss a live show, because obviously this doesn't get an opportunity to sell later if it's already gone to somebody else. We're going to give it a final call. You know what, I can't do that yet. We're not even, let's take a look at the ring. Not yet. We got to just make sure you know, if you just tuned in, what's at stake, what's happening, what's here, what's going on, what we have in value of all values. And I'll tell you, those ladies out there who are not, I'm going to get those messages. I always do. I spend a good, I don't know, it's like, depends on the day, but it's usually like 6 to 8 hours emailing you guys about, did I miss this? Is that still available? I missed the show. I was at work. I wasn't home. I got to tell you, this is that value that I automatically, it's going to be a lot of questions about, is it still available? Let's just tell you right now, there's an opening bid. It will not be available in 2 minutes from now. We've got our last call coming up. Let me show it again. I know it doesn't, please, I apologize. I wear a size 5. This is not a size 5. So if it was, I would put it right here, but I can hold it there so you can see what it's going to look like. It's for whatever reason, it's a smaller ring size right now, but we are looking, and please understand, $3,600 is what this would actually be to that bidder who's on the lines right now, who's at 4,000. We are about to give this a final call, a final clock. It will be over and done. And remember, there's never been a value like this one. So you could rewind. If there was a way to go back and get your choice of ring of the last 7+ years of Blue Wing Block Ds, you've never seen a value like this one. Take a look at it again up close. Here it is. And look at the colorways. Look at the diamonds. You do not get this kind of characteristic from any other cut outside of the emerald cut. We have 40 minutes left. I'm tempted to leave this up here until the end of the night, but I know there are a couple requests coming in and all that, so we can't maybe spend 40 minutes on it, but it makes me wonder. When is that point in time when everyone tunes in on a Thursday? I don't know, but it's not now. So here's the deal. You get the chance. We're going to give it 2 minutes. It's a final call. It's only a $10 increment, and we've got 10% off. So all of that coming together to be our lowest per carat price when it's set in a really, one of the more extraordinary mountings we do as far as gold weight and diamonds and the way that they operate. So one thing just to have a diamond weight. It's the way they're set that it helps and accommodates and brings out the beauty and the life of the tanzanite that's already doing its thing, and then all the extras you have around it. Let's give it a final 2 minutes. I'm giving this away, clearly. I don't know who it is yet because it looks like I just don't have them in the studio with me, but somebody's on the line, and it's somebody at $4,000, and that's the bid to beat right now, and a $10 increment makes it really easy to jump in because you would still save at least $400 off the price that you bid, and that, I think, is a really nice bonus. And if you're just saying, ick, I don't like white gold, no problem. I got the yellow gold or the rose gold option for you. So it's not a problem to take that stone and put it in the yellow or the rose. It's not a problem if you don't wear size 4. That's okay too. Doesn't matter there. We're going to size it for you. And it really is just about just getting it home. I always say, let me send it to your house for free, and then you decide because you still have that money back guarantee. So if your rationale is that's too good to be true, I know that's the mistake a lot of us make when we're new to TVON. Take a look, and yet we're going to really show you that we mean business. So final 2 minutes on the clock, and we'll see it out the door. But that's it. It's final call, 2 minutes, and bye-bye, it's going to be gone. And we've got our, again, at the $3,600 that somebody is set to pay right now instead of $4,000, well, that means that $4,000 turns into $36,000, which means that you've got that per carat that's $446 a carat. Nobody's going to touch that price tag. Look at the colorways coming through. Look at the brilliance and the beauty of that emerald cut. That's what it does. I got the sheets of color coming off the step fastening. I got the rainbows within it. We've got the diamonds beneath it that you see through the stone. We have a final 80 seconds left, and that's it. It's going to be gone forever. And I cannot imagine a better value ever happening. I speak on all these years of doing these stones and it's not happened. So here's your moment. Final minute left. And then Susan, we've got your Paraíba request as well. So we will see that next. But $3,600 is really the bid. So it is a major, major, major value. And our last call is now 55 seconds remaining to get you in. If you'd like to go ahead and give yourself a shot, give yourself a chance here. Not available going forward, just here and now in the auction. $4,000, which is really $3,600, and $446 a carat. Come on now. That's a serious value when there's a ton of gold. There's more gold in it than the bid represents. And all those extra diamonds, 3/4 of a carat in the diamonds. Gosh, that's incredible, is it not? I don't know if it's just me. I don't get it. I know a lot of us have tanzanites. Some people have 80 of them, 60 of them, 50 of them, 20 of them. I know that if you have an emerald cut, you probably don't need another, but there is a serious value happening that if you are yet to experience the best of tanzanite the world has ever offered us, now's a really good time to do it. So final call, 4,000 going once, twice, 3 times. Anybody else on this one before we say sold? And it's sold. Congratulations. Well done there. All right, Susan, thank you for your patience. We have 112-5305 coming up next. And it's the, wow, green Paraíba in a beautiful, isn't that a cool setting too? 18 karat gold here and now, 246 on the Paraíba. And it also has 62 points in diamonds. Isn't this pretty? It looks like a series of ring guards you added to it. Does it not? It looks really fabulous the way that looks. All different works of art here. Scroll work, a little bit of just kind of a nice little, I think I like the way that everything is just interacting together. There's a little bit of that interlocking design here throughout. I love these little points here on the side of the Paraíba. That's our 246 green Paraíba with 62 points in diamonds. Welcome into our last little bit of our Thursday night. We got about 30 minutes left to go. I'm going to bring you a turquoise pendant that is coming up. That'll be a lot of fun. So we'll do some turquoise for you that matches the ring we had yesterday that was so popular. And our last call is coming up on the show. So any questions you have, now's a good time to get those questions or requests in. We can help you out with anything and everything. But here it is, the 246 green Paraíba. Susan, I hope you're with us. It's white gold only. It's 18 karat gold. Let me try it on. It's $19,399. Typically going to take it a lot lower than that for this really beautiful scrolling design. 18 karat gold, and a lot of it, just you see all those different bands of gold and every one of them covered in the pave diamonds here, and it's going to be under $10,000, not $99.99. First caller only, 18 karat white gold. Good luck. It's one only, and we got this price dropped for you for our last 30-some minutes of the show. It's under $5,000. And we think we understand Paraíbas at this point. 246 is a rarity to get. This is the 246 size, and it's going to be $39.99. You get $400 off as well. So it'll be $35.99 instead. One caller only on that one. If you'd like to go ahead and get it, $35.99 and a dime. So that's going to be it. Stays in the white gold. We just need to know your ring size. And some of the brightest, most luxury of colors when it comes to the neon greens. Do we ever appreciate that? All that 18 karat gold, here it is up close. So please note the clarity on a stone that does not typically give us any clarity at all. And yet we really do strive to bring you just the very best in options in our Paraíba. We do have a purple sapphire coming up as well, some emerald, and our turquoise pendant as well on the way. And then also some heart-shaped earrings that are multiple ways to wear them, convertible styles that are a lot of fun. So we'll see that too. And any requests, we've only had one request of the show tonight. 2.5 hours in, and one request is an interesting ratio. So we'll take those from you as well, because anything you'd like to see. Actually, this would be the second request, actually. Susan requested this a while back. So I don't know if she's with us, but we're going to find out here. And it's a really good way to get a larger size in Paraíba. Of course, all of that 18 karat gold is remarkable to see in today's day and age when you got so much gold value. But of course, that 18 karat gold is an instant upgrade. I've got 3 museum pieces to share with you. There's a merengue, an emerald, and a blue sapphire. Some of our best of the best. I'm going to bring those down in price as well. And then here are those heart-shaped earrings, and then just a few minutes away from the turquoise pendant, let's show you these heart-shaped drop earrings that we have. Aren't they pretty? This is actually a huggy hoop style with diamonds with the heart shape that's removable. And look at this, a beautiful detail in the back. A great removable design, so you can wear it as a hoop or with the heart drop, either way. Take a look at this. I'll try my best to set them down. They kind of move every which way, but we're going to show you what this does, because this is one of the most amazing buy one, wear 5 or 6 different ways if you want to. 1128510 is the item number, and check this out. One little click, open the hoop, and look at this. Off the heart goes. You've got a hoop, you've got a heart, you've got the heart that you could put on a chain and wear it with other things, on other hoops if you want. I mean, I've got 1,000,001 hoops. Maybe you want to put it on a bigger hoop, a longer hoop, a gold hoop, whatever you want. You can string that on anything virtually. A chain and wear it as a pendant. Wear it with your hoop earring or without. You can wear the hoop reversed. I mean, is anybody keeping track of how many ways you can wear these? 1 style, 2 styles, 3 styles, 4 styles. Look at the back. The back is done with this beautiful design work, so you could even wear it this way, and it wouldn't look all that strange or different. It looks like it's intended to be worn that way. 7/8 of an inch when you wear the whole thing together. So I'm taking them apart here because I want you to see all the different ways. Now, as far as putting them on, I'm going to do that for you. 7/8. Otherwise, the hoop itself, let me show you what the length gives you there so you can see, because I think a lot of people on a lot of days are just going to choose to wear the hoop like so. That's a classic style. Take a look at this. So you can see the double row and diamonds up front, 1/2 inch style. You can reverse it. We still did all that solid gold finishing, that mirror finishing in the back, so you can wear it that way. You can wear it that way. That's one way to wear it. Watch how easy this is. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and I opened them up. This is really simple and easy. You put the little cutout detail, and that was pretty simple. And now you have your beautiful moving heart, or you can wear it this way. Or again, this is all the different ways. Play with them, get creative, look at your other pieces you have at home. You can put this on other pieces as well. So here's what I'm going to offer you. Yellow gold only. I've got 14 karat gold. Let me show you the length with the heart-shaped drop. You're noticing the karat 43, it's a lot of diamond weight. And there you can see that when you put it all together, 7/8 of an inch. I'm gonna try one on for you as well. Let me show you with the heart-shaped, and then we'll do it without. But you've got a really cool option here. It's your, I think more than ever now, back like I said, 25 years ago when we were shopping together, maybe you didn't need to worry so much about, you could buy every earring you ever wanted because gold was like, $200 an ounce, so it didn't matter. You could buy earrings galore. You could buy jewelry galore. Maybe now we have to be a little more mindful of, okay, I can't buy every single earring I want to see, every single earring I like, so maybe give me one that I can wear multiple ways when I just have to invest in one earring. And I think that's what this allows you to do. So let me actually just pop the heart shape off there for a moment and show you another way to wear them as well, so you can see how beautiful that would be on its own. So you can see, and I'll just click that closed really quickly. Amazing how difficult this is to do while I'm squatting down on live TV, but there you go. That's what they look like with just the hoop as well. So if you want to opt to wear them that way, and obviously you can mix and match them. So do whatever you like. And again, remember, you can reverse it, put it in backwards, and have the gold up front. And the same with the heart-shaped detail. So there's 1,000,001 ways to wear them. They're under $2,000, despite the fact that there's a carat and a half in diamonds. Let's go back. I'll show you up close. Again, multiple ways to wear them. Great gifting idea. And they're not even $19.99. We're going ultimately low. You get your 10% off as well, which is awfully helpful, I think, with what we got going on here in diamonds and gold and so many different ways. I mean, it's like buying 4 or 5 different pairs of earrings, and yet here you go. There are your 2 pieces, easy as pie to put them together, to take them apart. And let's go ahead and get them out of here for $1,888 for the pair, but you have that extra discount, which is almost $200 extra off. So instead, you're not paying $1,888, you're only paying $1,699 to get your hoops, your hearts, all of the above, 4 pieces of individual jewelry. And that's what allows you to make them all different looks and all different ways. So that's a fun earring. And didn't moms teach us to be like, again, be smart, be frugal, be economical, be wise with our money, all that? Yes, that's something that I think will make mom proud. All my moms out there are going to be like, yeah, that makes sense. I've got at least 4 ways to wear them. And that's just if you involve the pieces I give you here. Again, you can wear the diamond hoop, the gold hoop. Front or back. You can wear the diamond hoop with the drop, without the drop. You can wear it with the front facing, with the diamond pave, with the back details, whatever you want to do. But $16.99 to get all that 14 karat yellow gold and the diamonds at a carat and a half in diamonds almost. They're just fabulous, aren't they? And still that heart-shaped theme that I think is really nice. And don't forget about that Paraíba. Did we hear from Susan? I don't know if we did. We'll find out if she wants to get that green Paraíba. Otherwise, it's open to the first caller that says yes. But $16.99 on our heart-shaped drops. All right, we ready for turquoise? Turquoise pendant time, matching the ring we had yesterday. That's what's coming up. Same size stone as we had yesterday in a ring. Okay, let's get to our turquoise, and then we're going to do our little museum end of the show finale. Got a big museum selection for you. All right, 1888. Okay, let's move on. We've got a really special turquoise. I cannot believe those earrings are here, but again, they're available. One caller, one pair. All right, let's talk about this turquoise. I think this is what we've been waiting on all night long. So glad it's here, especially with the success. Now, I know Wednesday's a busier night because we've got our What's New Wednesday, and everyone's making a point to tune in Wednesday, and wisely so. But here we are with a turquoise round that matches a ring we had yesterday that was very popular. But this is also doesn't need to be necessarily next to the perfect match in a ring. You can wear this all on its own, of course. And pendants are really affordable ways to do a great lively look, because obviously it's the first thing people see with between the earrings and the pendants, those are usually the first pieces of jewelry anyone sees on us. And yet we've got 113-1173 is your item number. We're in our last call on the show. Thursday night coming to its rapid conclusion here. We want to make sure we get requests in if you have any. A couple of the requests we have brought out still available for you. So if you saw something you like, you can always go ahead and pick it up as well before somebody else does, because the end of the show is when things get really jammed. And especially on a Thursday, I don't know, something goes on Thursdays, and then most of our shoppers join us for the last couple minutes of the show, and we've got a lot of great recaps for you. I'm going to show you everything we've had on the show that's still available. We'll recap it all on the wheel, and then we'll proceed to move it all out of here. But this is the one we've been waiting on, and it's a 3-carat 40 round, which is exactly the size we saw last night in our ring, and this time 8 points in diamonds. Oh, how many diamonds? Just one. Please understand that's an important diamond in that single round brilliant. That's an 8-pointer plus your rabbit ear bail. And it's going to be our white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. We're going to give you all 3 choices on the Sleeping Beauty, just like we did in the ring. So that you can, if you did get the ring last night, bravo, you can get the matching piece. If you don't have the ring, that's okay too. You can get the pendant. But I say we need something giftable. What do you think? And for moms, for anybody, for our daughters who are moms, for our sisters who are moms, for our nieces who are moms, for our cousins who are moms, for all of us, we want to celebrate. And this is where we have a 340 8-point diamond. Let's go ahead and blow it out right now and give you a better value in all this gold. Look at the quality, though, of that premium Sleeping Beauty. This is the best in the world, and it's pure, pure, pure. And I know y'all are going to say, look, it's cracked on the side. This is something I point out. Every turquoise does this. It's actually a reflection. See how it's moving there? That is not an issue with the stone. It's a reflection of the basket, because that actually is a cabochon and it's still got a polish to it. So guess what? It reflects a little bit. So that little line you see on the outside, every cabochon turquoise I bring you does that. It's reflecting the side basket. Okay, let me show you. Look, nothing there. Okay, so make sure you see, there's nothing there. It's all pure, beautiful robin's egg blue color with that really big diamond that I'm going to hope I can angle up to see it really, really well. A VS diamond, stunning. Let's make this easy. I don't know what we're going to need to do, but I'm going to light up these lines. We got 25 minutes left to go, and I want to wow you. And this sale event ends on Sunday. Sounds like a long way away, does it? Until you realize, oh yeah, we're not 24 hours. We get you 3 hours tomorrow, 3 hours Saturday morning, and 3 hours Sunday morning, and that's it. It's done. Then our Mother's Day 2026 sale is concluded, and usually it's only one day. We're giving you an extra bonus this year, making it 5 whole days, but we're already almost done with day number 2. So let's get you all the 10% off you need, and yet no way we're going to do better than even, I know I should be giving this away for $11.99. I got to do better. That's the was price. I'm going to change everything you've ever known about Sleeping Beauty. One individual larger diamond right there up top. It is a gorgeous color. You know what I say. There's a reason it's a favorite of mine. I love that it goes with everything. I don't care if you wear boring basic neutrals every single day of your life and you admit it. And you're like, nope, I just do neutrals. I do gray and black and neutral and cream and beige and white, and that's fine. You need a little pop of color with your jewelry. If you're more like colorful and you do a lot of different colors and you love to mix it up, and some days you're doing basic and some days you do, this goes. If you just live your whole life in leopard print, this goes. If you live in nothing but bright, bright, bright red, this goes. everything you wear. I don't care if you are like Miss Quiet Luxury, super neutral, if you are wild, crazy colors, I don't care what it is. This is the necklace that every single woman, I do a lot of styling in my free time just because I enjoy it. And I live in a city where, you know, people are always doing events and it's the public eye and it's Hollywood, right? So I'm always doing a lot of styling and I love putting looks together. And that's something that I know that not everybody's comfortable with everything. That's the fun of this. But what always works for everybody, whether they're a teen or whether they're 105 or whether they're more conservative or more wild or more flashy or more quiet, whatever it is, there's one thing that always works, and it's a classic pendant. Isn't it true? A classic solitaire style. We've done this up. We've given you the best premium turquoise in the world from a line that's been closed for many years. We're giving you a big diamond presence at the top to give it a little more interest than a basic veil. We're giving you this really important gold color choice, so that's where you can get creative. Maybe you even want to get a white and a yellow gold because maybe you like to mix and have all the same colors on the similar day. So have one of each color if you need to, but this is giftable because you could theoretically give it to anybody. Now, it's not giftable at $11.99. I am buying gifts for everybody at $11.99. Just this is not an economy that supports that. But I will tell you, there was a day, but not these days. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna make this giftable for all of us. And that way, if you need to get 3 of them to celebrate all the sisters that are moms, or if you want to get it for your circle of friends, or you just want to get one for yourself and not feel guilty over, oops, I shopped for myself tonight, no problem. We're going to take this to a giftable price point just because I can and because I want to and because it's a turquoise that goes for everybody. There are very few things that I can say that where it would work for everybody. This is one that I think does work for everybody, no matter where you live, what you do for a living, how you dress, what color you think looks best on you, what's your hair color, your eye color, whatever it is. This is the stone that works. And it's also ideal quality, best in the world quality. There is no better turquoise in the world than this one. And it's not even $1,000 or $9.99. I think now we're getting warmer on the giftable front, but we're going to make it a lot easier than that as well and take it lower than $9.99. I predict the phone lines could get a little bit busy. And here's how we do it. It's not $888. It's not going to be $777. There's 10% off happening for each and every one of you. Each and everything that you shop for. Each and every one of the pieces you pick up, and you can get more than one until they're sold out. And I've only got a couple here. And what about $699? Well, this is a real test. We're going ultimately low. I don't know what you're thinking, but I know I need to make a giftable moment. And it doesn't happen in fine jewelry very often. I get it. I don't sell Murano glass. I don't sell crystals. I don't sell glass. I don't sell fake. We don't do that. So I get it. It's hard to have affordable items, but this is it. And it's only because I like $11.99. I don't love $11.99. And I want to stand up here and be able to say to you, here's the Mother's Day giftable. And maybe you're going, the heck with Mother's Day. I need something for that anniversary coming up. My birthday's in July. I want something for my birthday. Maybe you're saying, I'm going to save it for Hanukkah. That's not for months and months and months from now, but I'm going to be done and I'm going to be organized. I'm going to save it. Do that too. But it's not going to be $6.99. It's going to be even better, and this is before 10% off. And you got a money-back guarantee, so don't tell me that you're stuck with it. Don't tell me you're worried it ain't that good. It is amazing. It's the best quality turquoise, and we hardly have any Sleeping Beauty anymore. And let me show it from a distance to make sure y'all know this is no small little piece. This is not a little trinket that you would find inside the Cracker Jack box. This is a big old Sleeping Beauty round. In that size you see right there, let me get out the ruler here, measure it for you, show you what it looks like, 3/4 of an inch, not too big but not too small, but you can wear it every day. I don't think you're saving it for that major black tie event you go to once every decade when you retire from your company and they throw you a party on the yacht. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? I mean, I don't know. I'm making stuff up. I don't know. My goodness, when I retire, everyone's going to be celebrating, jumping for joy, being like, good, we don't need to listen to her raspy voice anymore. But here we go. It's not going to be $6.99 either. Look at how beautiful it looks with crazy tie-dye colors on very pale skin. Oh, wait, red, perfect. Where are my color swatches? Where's my line producer with my stack of color swatches? We can show it with anything and everything, and it's always going to look amazing. Oh, and it's not $699. Are you still needing a better price? You got it. Let's take it up, close up, and let's go ahead and see if we can't tantalize the couple of you that are here tonight. and make a value happen like no other. And hey, if you got the ring last night, go ahead. You need one. If you didn't, well, it's sold out. No big deal. Get this one and just live in it. Wear it every day. Know that you're owning the best, most luxurious turquoise in the world. I'm going to make it $599 for the pendant. And how about 10% off too? So $599. And at checkout, that turns into a very cool $539 instead when it's still in solid gold with a big juicy diamond up top and that classic veil that's going to work with just about every chain you got. So we've got a couple of trapezios coming up by request. We'll do those. We've got the really special last call on the show. It's 18 minutes left. We've got a couple museum pieces to share with you, and we'll try to get to all of our recaps as well before we run out of time. But let me know who wants a turquoise for $539 for the pendant. I'm trying to think when the last time I had anything that was $5.99 on the show, right? That's really a challenge to make something in gold. $5.99. I was looking at these little ball studs the other day because that's a real great way to kind of gauge where gold's at. You know, the ones you put in, like if the newborns get their ears pierced and they go and, you know, they have the little tiny 14 karat gold ball studs that are like the size of a pinpoint. You know what I'm talking about? Those are like $300 and $400 now. And there's no gems, no diamonds, no real workmanship to them. And yet that's kind of an indicator where gold's at. So to be able to get a turquoise, that's 3 carats 40, and it's $539 at checkout. That's incredible. And what a great giftable that is too. So hugely important value. We'll move on to our trapezios here. I've got 2 trapeze pendants. I also have bangle bracelets, by the way. I don't know anywhere else in the world that you're going to find trapezios. I've got rings, pendants, bangle bracelets, earrings, you name it. I got everything in trapeze, and they're all custom made. So I'm going to show you 2 options that are nearly the same. They're just a little different size on the stones. So we'll show those to you next. And then we've got our last call on the turquoise, $539 a piece. Let me know if you want one. We'll give it 60 seconds. Jason, did you get a turquoise pendant? Who is it and what color did they get? Sandra got a yellow gold. Where are we sending Sandra's? Florida. Did she see our gator earlier? I couldn't help but think about my Florida gals when I brought out that gator brooch. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. What if anybody had any affiliation with the Florida Gators? That'd be cool too. That'd be really neat. Anyway, let's move on in 30 seconds. We got our last call on the turquoise pendants. And then the trapezios. We've got a 270 or 256. They're set the exact same way. So we're going to show you what we have coming up in 2 trapezios, and it's going to come down to, do you like bigger or smaller? That's all it is. And they're beautifully custom made. We do all of our trapezios because it's a very unique stone that never are there really any two alike or ever calibrated. So when you see these trapezios, like what we have here, this is the bigger of the 2. Let me see if I can give it a polish here. It's 1125197. That's the larger of the 2. It's our 270 with 15 points in yellow and 34 points in white diamonds. I'm going to go ahead and show you both at the same time because this is important. Comparing is going to be everything. My next one is a 256. So hardly any difference in the carat weight or the diamond weights. Set in the same way with, look at this finishing. That is so you don't need to clean it. I don't want you dropping these in ultrasonics and doing all that. So best thing to do, we just finish it from behind, give it that plaque of mirror finish gold. You see it's two-tone from the front, but it's going to be all white gold from the back. Now here's the other option I have for you, which is going to be the smaller one. So we have the larger, which is the 270, which has a total of 15 plus 34. And then if you want the smaller one on the right, that's 1125196. That's a 256. I know they are vastly different in their look, but this one's a little cleaner and this one's larger. So 256 over here, that's going to have 30 points and 14 points. So 14 on the yellow, 30 in the white, a little bit of difference there. 44 overall in the diamond weight. And if you like the larger, that's going to be $34.99. If you want the smaller, which is a little brighter and cleaner there as well with a very distinctive, more set pattern, that one's going to be only $29.99. So $34.99, $29.99, and really it's like the mommy and the daughter here. So let me know which one you like, and then if you have it narrowed down, I can show you on the hand as well. Obviously this one being, they're about the same length, but this one's giving you more width overall. You can see here they're pretty similar in length. Not a whole lot of difference there, but certainly the stone size is all of 14 points different, but you can see it plays in a much different visual there. We got very busy on the phone lines. I think there's just a very long delay today. with our show. So everyone's still, it sounds like, busy on the turquoise pendants, of course. But here we are with our two trapeches. So $34.99 and $29.99, both with a 10% discount. So there are our trapeches. Let me show the turquoise one more time because we are still busy on the phone lines with that one and want to make sure you know it is still available for the turquoise. Just going to make sure you see that one more time close up. That is very special in 1173 there. So $340 on the stone is the same size as we saw yesterday in the ring. If you're curious, that is the same size we had in the round, same size, same cut. Very similar classic styling as we saw in a beautiful ring yesterday. So you got a great chance to pick that one up. Something that matches. Don't forget about the trapeches, larger or smaller. And then we have, of course, a couple last minute museum pieces, and then we'll try to do a little recap. If we have time, we'll get you a nice little recap of everything we have had in the show. A lot of great ideas for you. So we'll show you a few of those rings that remain for us tonight. Questions? Oh, thank you so much. The item number for you would be 1125196. Okay, so that's the 256. That had that really clean, distinctive pattern. That was a really good choice. We're going to do some recaps coming up. I do have some fabulous earrings we started the show with that are black and white diamonds. We'll get you some speen, some heart shape. Oh, the heart shape moonstone. We never got the open on that one, did we? So let me just give that away real quick. And then we had some Brazilian Paraíbas in quartz. This is our turquoise. Oh, we're down to one left. All right, good. One left. So the turquoise is nearing sellout. Let's give 113-1203 a little moment to shine here on its own. This is that heart shape moonstone. Now, very, very special cutting, as we touched on earlier. Item number is 1203. So that would be the heart shape. We tried to get this one started in an auction earlier here tonight. So what I want to do is just go ahead, and we don't have time for an auction. We have 12 minutes left, and I want to make sure we recap some things. So what I'll do really quickly here for our 1 carat heart-shaped moonstone, all those colors, the diamond weight is 40 points. You are choosing your gold color. I just want to do a quick little giveaway here for the end of the night. We did show it early. It was right around that first hour mark. So let's go ahead and blow this out right now for $999 for the moonstone heart shape. In the ring, it'll be last call there. Of course, it's $899. You're saving an extra $100 off that incredible sale price. So you get a $899 price tag instead. And that'll be it. So $999 turns into $899. If that's something that you were either missing earlier or you're still thinking about, then we'll do a nice little recap, give you a few other options here before we go. I do have this wild museum moment that I just want to give these 3 pieces some time here together because I'm going to drop the price on all 3 so that we can get them out the door. I've got the museum merengue, blue sapphire, and emerald. So let me give those away and then we'll do our recap. And that'll be it for our Thursday night. We'll see you tomorrow night for our Friday night weekend kickoff. We have big diamond deals throughout the weekend for our Mother's Day specials. Our sale will go through Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific. So that's another key there. Let's talk about this emerald though and pair it up with a couple of mountings here that are very special, like this mounting is beautiful with the merengue, and then I also have the blue sapphire. So I just love these colors together. And not that you need to buy all 3, but wow, if you like the best of the best of the best of some of our really elite level stones, this is a great way to go. We've got, again, emerald cut emerald from the Muzo Colombian mine. There's our big sapphire. Here's our merengue. That is not a pink sapphire. It's a merengue, bright pinky red. Let me go through some carat weights here. Our heart-shaped moonstone is $899 if you'd like to get it. And then we'll talk a little bit about the carat 29, merengue, 86 points in diamonds. Then we have, okay, that is really beautiful. And same mounting over here. So might as well touch on this big 217, 86 points in diamonds. Diamond weights are the same. Gallery is completely finished. And then we're talking about a 135. Emerald in platinum, diamond halo, super clean, 85 points in diamond. So the diamond weights are nearly identical on all 3 rings. They're all considered museum level stones, really beautiful, and yet it is it's spectacular, really is. Okay, so what we're going to do is bring them all down. I'm just going to do the same price just for ease here. We're also a little limited on time now with only 9 minutes left. So any one of them started all over $10,000. Every one of them TVON prices over $10,000. Going to make a quick deal and discount for anybody who wants. Yeah, I think the merengue, we know that that was only discovered in 2007. Shortly thereafter, it was mined out, so very limited here, and that's a bigger stone. They don't come in big sizes all that often. So at carat 29 is impressive. Here's our emerald, here's our sapphire. The sapphire, please note, is over 2 carats in size. That's really challenging to get an over 2 carat in a sapphire. That sapphire's 217 with 86 points. Any one of the three you'd like. They're under $10,000. They're under $5,000. We have less than 9 minutes left in the show. We're going to make this really simple and easy, and not even $4,000 a ring. They are $39.99. That's it, and $400 off that price as well. And Mary P., that's a very good question. Golden quartz. I'm not sure what you mean by golden quartz or if you mean gold quartz. If you mean the gold quartz that has the gold inside of quartz, they're both really, really rare, but I'd go with the Brazilian Paraíba in quartz far before I'd do with the gold in quartz, if that's what you mean by golden quartz. There is such a thing as golden quartz, that's citrine. So I'm not sure what you mean there, Mary, but definitely the Brazilian Paraíba in quartz is going to be a very rare and collectible stone. So I would go there if you don't have one. And if you need me to recap the 3 that I had on discount tonight, I'd be happy to do that for you as well. So we did have 3 Brazilian Paraíbas in quartz that were all 1888 in rings earlier tonight. Happy to recap those, but $3,600, actually $3,599 if you'd like any of those 3 rings. And again, carat 29 Mahenge, carat 35 in the emerald, and then the 217 on that bright royal blue sapphire. So yeah, I would say Brazilian Paraíba quartz, it's going to be tough to get anything much more rare than that or collectible than that. And you know, the gold quartz are fabulous too. They really are a lot of fun, but I would definitely go with the Brazilian Paraíba in the quartz. They're just extremely rare. So very high end. All right, $39.99. And no matter what, gold's expensive, but nothing's as expensive as Paraíba. Like, you can't compare metal pricing as high end as they are to the price of rare gemstones. So, you know, better to get the rare gemstone than the rare precious metal. You know, that's kind of how I look at it. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on the matter between those two that are pretty cool and very special. But if you have any questions on those, $35.99. Now what I'm going to do is throw together a little recap here, because we have a few pieces you may have missed earlier, and definitely want to give them all a look so you can see those big discounts and deals we had on everything, especially in the rings. So what I'm going to do is show you a few options here in our rings that we featured earlier throughout the show, mostly the first hour. So keep all those in mind. Those museum pieces are very, very special. They're all $39.99. Want to add a few other pieces in the mix. We have our $9.99 moonstone. These are all the prices before your 10% off, and you do have about 6 minutes to take advantage of that tonight. Here is the mandarin. Oh, that mandarin trillion gets me every time. I love that trillion. Very powerful statement ring right there, and that was $36.99 only plus 10% off. I also had a color change sphin in a pear shape, and this was the pear shape color change 161 is the size here. So there's our pear shape color change sphin. That was $19.99. I have this really saturated imperial topaz that is set in platinum. Look at that, a pink and orange combo, but it's more pink than it is orange. That's incredible. I have the specialty cut kunzite. This is 18 carats 30 of some of the best material you'll ever find in a kunzite. And then what else? The big opal is also here. And this was one of our best of Australian opal. 457 is the size, right back here to the left. So anything you'd like. If we need to give you a nice little presentation, little just individual presentation or look at it on the hand, happy to do that. But really want to make sure you see all the great luxury that's here and marked down for the end of our show. I also want to show you the black and white diamond hoops that we started the show with, because they're incredibly affordable and they have a great ring to match that I know so many of you picked up many years ago. So we'll show those earrings in one more look, plus also the heart shapes. That hoop that was a convertible style with the heart-shaped diamond pave, those are also still available if you'd like to get them for $18.88. And then let me remind you about these black and white diamond hoop earrings that are still a really wearable huggy style, and they're actually going to be 1/2 inch. And you can see they have this little curve of that black and white diamond. That's all one hoop with 2 colors of gold, and that hoop earring is only $8.88. We only have 2 pairs, so that's going to be it. Last call on the show for our big Thursday night. We'll see you tomorrow 5 to 8. We've got a couple of minutes left to go. So if you do have any questions about this show or anything else in the inventory or anything you'd like to see maybe tomorrow that you'd like to have at the ready, here to help you on all of those requests and those last minute needs that you might have, as we are just 4 minutes away from the end of the broadcast. So keep that in mind, and hopefully we've got, again, I think we've got something up there for everybody. That is certainly the hope. And yet this is our Imperial. Here is that heart shape. I love that heart shape for $9.99, $24.99, $8.88 for these hoop earrings right there. $8.88 for the black and white diamonds in yellow and white gold. There's our, off to the side is our color change Speen, $19.99. $39.99, $39.99, $39.99. Then we've got the opal in the back. That's going to be also $39.99. The mandarin's a little less, $36.99. And then the big kunzite in that specialty cut round. That is a really awesome 18 karat 30. That's $34.99 for that fancy cut kunzite. It's also got really big diamonds on the side. So very important pieces all throughout that wheel. Everything from, yes, as affordable as $8.88. Those prices are before your discount. So there's a lot more money to be saved on each and every item up there. So never hesitate to call and pick them up before somebody else does, because that's the fate that these pieces meet, is they all get their home. So we want to make sure you've got a chance to pick up what you love before it's gone to somebody else, when these are one of a kinds, except for the earrings, which I have 2 of. Everything else is a one of a kind item. So want to make sure you take advantage of that. We had a couple of pendants. The brooch, that was our crocodile brooch. Our Windsor sapphire, our big diamond front facing hoops were here. Our golden pearl necklace, our larger opal, our convertible heart-shaped earrings, our medallion-style necklace. Still many items to choose from. If you have any questions on anything you've seen, it's obviously more difficult to put a lot of pendants and earrings up there, but we've got the rings, we've got the hoops, and please choose your favorite before we run out of time here. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left to go. And a big Friday night coming your way. We've got our big Club TV on Friday night for you. That's going to be happening just in a few short hours at 5 p.m. Pacific, and that's 7 p.m. Central Time and 8 p.m. Eastern. So that is a very important way to kick off our weekend together. Of course, the Mother's Day event will continue. The Mother Hall sales is happening, and it's happening through Sunday at 1 p.m. So you've got 3 more shows, 9 more hours to take advantage of 10% off. So that's hugely important. And then take a look, everything up there. I can't believe that nothing on that wheel is going to be over $36.99, because remember, even the $39.99 pieces are still 10% off. So the most you can pay for anything on this wheel individually is $3,699. Rather $35.99. So it's crazy good. So that pretty, when you see all those amazing, the museum especially, like the emerald, the mahenge, the kunzite, the opal, the mandarin, that's pretty impressive. We got hoop earrings up there for $8.88 before your discount. It's a really incredible night to be shopping. And we've got some awesome one-of-a-kinds that, yep, those are the pieces you receive at home. We size them, we get them to you for free, and then boom, they're yours forever. And what a wonderful, luxurious collection we have brought you here tonight. So I hope you can take advantage. We're still here for a couple minutes. The phone lines stay open for 2 minutes after we go off the air to help you out with any orders you need to place or any questions you might have or any requests you might want to make. But other than that, it would be last call on anything up there, and do not imagine much of that's going to be available after the show is over. And don't forget about the turquoise pendant for $5.99. We have one left if you would like to get that turquoise pendant. Last call, $5.99 for a 340 Sleeping Beauty turquoise. That was pretty impressive. Thank you for joining me tonight. It's been a lot of fun. We have an incredible show for you tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday. Remember, tomorrow's the evening. Saturday and Sunday are the morning hours, so we'll see you then, 5 to 8 tomorrow. That's Pacific, 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern Time, same as tonight. And we'll see you on Saturday and Sunday mornings as our Mother's Day weekend event will conclude on Sunday. So make sure you call us with any questions you have. Thanks again for watching and shopping tonight and spending a little bit of your Thursday right here with us at TVON, and we thank you so much. And I'm Lauren Blair. We'll see you tomorrow night, 5 o'clock. Our big Club TVON Mother's Day edition will be here. We'll see you then. Good night.